What's up, Gorehounds, and welcome to another fantastic episode of the Gore More Podcast. I'm your not-so-mean Fluffmaster Supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing this shit show in. However, I do not bring this shit show in alone, for with me, as always, you know what I found the other day, boys? I found my old list of Gore-More-isms.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Let's fucking see what we got for an old one here. Some of these are Christmas ones. All right, we got today for the Jones and Junkies of the Jump Scare. Starting off with that Chad Daddy, that Dark Lord of Knowledge, that Chattahoochee, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
We have the Duke of the Dead, Lord Scubacaba, the Dean of the Deceased, the host with the ghost, Mr. Steve Vasquez.
Hello, my friends.
And you know him as that killing machine. We know him as that Meat Mountain, Mr. Bobby Amone.
Happy fucking October, everybody.
It is our first.
Cheers.
Yeah, it's our first official episode in official spooky season, even though we said it last week because, you know, it is retail-wise. So
spooky season starts the minute September starts, but now it's like we are in.
It's go time.
Ugly bowels.
Is it September or is it Labor Day? Like once Labor Day hits.
Once Labor Day hits, it's spooky season.
That's what I say.
For me, it's like September 1st. It's like fuck summer. I'm good.
That's fair.
And
all right.
No, I was gonna say, and the only horror movies that I watch in September are the ones we watch for the podcast.
Yes.
So that
I don't want to kill my drive, dude.
Exactly, because I've done it before to where I'm watching horror movies all the time, and then when it gets to like the meat and potatoes of spooky season, I'm just like, I'm just gonna watch.
Doesn't that kind of suck, dude? I understand that because like everybody else has got that fire going, and we're just like, yeah, but we do this normally.
We do it all year long. We do it all year long. Like,
I say, I guess for me, that doesn't happen to me. It's like a horror movie hard on all year.
Yeah. Hey, that's fair, man. I'm glad you can still keep it up like that. When you get to 40, it's a little bit harder.
A little bit harder when you're 40.
All right. Started off.
We're talking about the movies, by the way.
That's right. Today is October 2nd, 2023. And, well, if you can read from the title below us, we are talking 1989's Society. That's right. Mr. Brian used them. And, yeah, man, it's going to be an interesting talk for sure.
Yeah.
But before we do this, we're going to talk about what the fuck we did in the last weekend. So, Chad Dad, if you want to start us off, how you been, buddy?
Oh, my God.
Wow. Because Foos wasn't here, so I had to do the video. It didn't even, register to me. So I'm sorry, Mr. Vasquez. You got the spotlight, bud.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your Slice of Life!
Ooh.
Thank you, buddy.
That was a scrotum. Ooh.
Thank you.
And shout out to Rebecca. I see you watching. What's up there?
Hi, honey.
But yeah, so not much went on here this past weekend. You know, just worked. Went in Friday, did some overtime. Need some of that money for Christmas and all that shit.
Bro, I don't like that we have to start thinking about that now. Target literally just sent their fucking, hey, here's your Christmas gift book. It's like, fuck off, man. Come on.
Yeah, don't get me started. So
Daughter already had the pen. She was already fucking circling.
Oh yeah, gotta start saving money up for that. You know, make sure the kids have a good good Christmas. Aside from that, you know, didn't really do much. My son had a soccer game early Saturday morning. I'm not talking like we had to get up at before 7:00 in the morning to get ready to leave. He had a game at 8:30 in the morning. It was a half-hour drive away, and it was foggy as shit that day too. So it was a fun drive.
What's
But
up,
yeah.
JoJo?
Oh my God, what's up, Brooke? How are you?
Hey, Brooke.
Howdy, peeps.
And then we had a party.
Celebrity.
And then we had a party up at my in-laws on Saturday night. And then yesterday was kind of I don't think I did anything yesterday. Kids got up in the morning, played games with them, goofed around. Yeah, pretty relaxing weekend. Although Thursday, I was driving home from work and drove past this antique store and saw this big, huge fucking poster in the antique store's window for 1 Million Years BC is the name of it. It's a movie with Raquel Welch, came out in the 60s. And
Okay.
if you'd see the poster, you'd probably recognize it. But this thing is like over 5 feet tall, and it really caught my eye. So I'm going to come in. I'm going to go in at some time and just give a look at it. I'm just curious to see what they're asking for it. It's a French poster for a movie from a long time ago, so I'm sure it's going to be an outrageous price on it. But it really caught my eye, so I just want to go in and see it.
What was it called again?
$20.
It's about it's $20. It's called 1 Million Years BC.
All right, I'm gonna look that shit up. Keep going, bud.
But yeah,
That's awesome. Oh, there it is. Look at that. I didn't have to fucking. I typed in one M. Wait a minute. No.
what?
Oh no. Isn't there a parody of this movie that came out in the '80s, kind of? Just called Caveman.
Was that the one with Ringo Starr?
Maybe.
No, that's
I
Iceman.
just
That's Iceman.
No. I just remember there's a scene where like they're going around and he's like just going around like squeezing these ladies' titties to like size them up in the thing because he wants like to find his mate. It was a full fucking '80s like that style parody.
No,
Fuck,
but
I'm gonna
that's
have to
fantastic.
All right, sorry, didn't mean to. Anyway,
That sounds much better than the movie we watched this week.
we'll get there. We'll get there.
But no, not much else is new. It was a pretty quiet weekend. Like I said, we got a busy ass fucking weekend coming up, so that'll always be fun. Hey, Birdie's here.
Hey!
Ready?
So yeah, it's pretty quiet. Scoobs, how about you, buddy?
Man, I had a hell of a weekend. I took Friday off of work because I had to travel across Texas, and that is no short feat. So took Friday off. Joe and I traveled about 6 hours away to Claiborne, Texas, and we weren't anywhere near exiting Texas still after that 6 hours. We went to a paranormal convention called Paracon, where we were guest speakers representing Dark Side Paranormal. So it was really cool.
Dude.
Yeah, it was really
Nice.
cool. Kind of did the same thing we did at Steel City Con. We got a table to sell shirts and stuff. And then we got to speak on Saturday, which was really cool, interacting with people that were just interested in the same stuff that we were interested in. And it was just really cool, man. We actually had no idea what the hell we were going to talk about. We were just going to wing it when we got up there and do our best and see if we could kill 30 minutes of time. We ended up talking for about an hour, almost an hour and a half, about ghosts and our experiences, and people kept asking us questions. So it was a really good time. Then we were going to drive back Saturday after our little talk or whatever, and one of the other teams was like, "Hey, are you guys investigating anywhere?" And we're like, "No, like we brought our equipment just in case, but we don't have anything set up. We're just going to drive back." And they're like, "Well, why don't you investigate with us tonight? You guys can come with us and we'll go do a mutual investigation." I'm like, "Hell yeah." So we investigated this place called the Dillon Depot. And what it is an antique store, a ice cream parlor, and a train museum, like a mini train, model train museum.
Little
all in one.
trifecta. All right.
Yeah, and it was pretty cool. But the reason that this place is haunted is it used to be a funeral home.
Oh,
And when you walk in, you see it was a funeral home. And I had some shit happen to me there that I've never had happen on any investigation before. And it was just gnarly. We did live stream a little bit. We didn't go live the whole time we were there. And we only investigated till 2 a.m, when usually we investigate these locations all night long. But we experienced some crazy shit there, man. There was about 7 investigators there all together, and we were just sitting around this one room, and supposedly there was a child spirit there that likes to play with marbles. So we had these cat balls that light up, and if they, the spirits can move the cat balls, they light up. So we're like, "Hey, we got these big marbles for you to play with. Do you want to play with these marbles?" The cat balls were going off. Nobody's breathing on them. Usually I can make these cat balls go off with my voice. Like if I hit like a high note, they'll start blinking and
Are they
shit.
actually 4 cats, or are they just called
They're
cat
four
balls?
cats. No, they're
Okay,
four cats. They're
I'm
little.
just like my brain is like focusing on the name of that. I'm like,
No,
are they
they're
just
just
called
you
that?
go to like you go to
Yeah,
Walmart
yeah,
or
no,
any
no,
pet
yeah, yeah.
store.
But they
Have
just
these.
have to light up when they're moved.
Yeah, so we use them in the paranormal world to try to make contact with spirits. Excuse me. And so we're talking to this little spirit, and he's making the cat balls light up. And I put this little clown top thing that Mel wanted me to buy her. I put it there, and the ball in front of that kept going off. Now nobody was moving. Everybody was completely still. There's no way. There was no air blowing on these things. Like it was a very controlled experiment, and these balls were just lighting up every time we were asking a question.
No shit.
So one of the psychics that was there, which I am a very big skeptic when it comes to like psychics and stuff like that, but these girls were on point, like they knew their shit. Um, One of the psychics was like, "Well, when you screamed earlier and you try to hit the high note with the cat ball, you scared Ethan. That's the spirit's name. You scared him, so he's mad at you right now." And I was like, "Oh, buddy, I'm sorry. You can get me back if if I did scare you. Like, I apologize. You can get me back." So I'm sitting there, nothing's going on. I'm recording live on Facebook, and I shit you boys not. I've never had this happen before. It felt like somebody shoved their fucking finger up my nostril and like did whoop, like freaked me the fuck out.
Yo,
Like,
homie, weren't you literally just last week telling us how you were still thinking like you brought something home from the
yeah,
last fucking
okay,
one? Now you're
yeah,
fucking doubling up? What the fuck,
so,
bro?
so, but no, I was actually safe about it this time. I did get cleansed before we left, so I was good.
That's
Um, so yeah, so it was really weird because I swear to God, it felt like a little, like just a small finger just like went up my nose to like tickle my nostril. So I thought maybe it was like a bug or something, but I had a camera on me. Nothing flew in my face. There was
Okay.
nothing. And so that just kind of weirded me out. I'm like, all right, cool. So this funeral home has an upstairs area. It's really, really old. So they had this body chute, and they used to, store the bodies up top. And so there's an old elevator that they used to, send them up or whatever into the casket room. And we're up in that area, and there was this one part that was kind of in the very, very back, and it was old apartments where the people that used to work there actually lived in the funeral home.
Okay.
And so we went back there. We didn't have any cameras running. I was just recording on my voice recorder. We go back there, and it felt, this was something else that I've never experienced. It felt like something went right through me. Like, you know how we see in the movies where like a ghost goes through somebody and they're like, "Oh my God," like that's what it fucking felt like. And every single fucking hair on my body stood up. My legs got fucking weak. Like, it was fucking weird, and I've never in my life experienced that before. And so it kind of left me a little woozy after the fact. And so we met these really cool, this other cool paranormal team out of San Antonio, Texas, called the Ghoul Gals. And
Okay.
they're the ones that like cleansed me afterwards, and went back to the hotel and had like a really good night's sleep. Usually after these things, I get very paranoid, and it's hard for me to sleep. And I knew I didn't bring anything back with me, and I slept like a baby all Sunday. We spent most of Sunday on the road driving back. We stopped at a few antique stores, and every time we go to investigations, we stop at antique stores to try to find creepy shit. And so I found this really just a little ceramic clown that's not, it's meant to be cute, but he looks creepy as shit. And he's just got this really weird smile, and he's looking off to the side. And so I brought him home for Mel, and she's like, "I don't want that shit." So I got a new little addition. I got a new little addition. She didn't want him, so
That's awesome.
that was my weekend, man. And then I got home, threw this movie on, and finished it today because I was super tired. I took a muscle relaxer for my shoulder, and I passed out. So I did get to finish it today, and I cannot wait to talk about it. Bobby?
Nice.
Well, I had a nice fall Halloween weekend. That's what I had. So Saturday, me and Rebecca, we went apple picking out in Blakely, PA.
Oh, Bob, you
Hey,
froze.
Bobby.
Can you hear us? We got a full. Ooh.
You all froze for a second.
All right, you're good. We're good. Keep
We're
going.
good.
You're
Okay.
good. Yep.
We had lunch and chilled out and all of that stuff. And then that night we went to I didn't go to a haunted, place. I went to a haunted attraction, a little
Yeah.
different than
Yes.
what's Mr. Steve does. We went to Reaper's Revenge out in Blakely also, which is one of my favorites. They're in the top 3 as of right now. I think for the past 4 years or so. Like they're pretty good. They got great sets. The actors, they all do it like that. They'll fucking get you. They're pretty good. So we did that, and we had a grand old time. Sunday was a chill Sunday. Football at my brother's house with family and friends. Hung out there, had food, little ice cream cake, little football ice cream cake, and all that shit.
So
And then I got to.
You watched football yesterday. Did you watch the Chiefs game just to see if you could see Taylor Swift? You did, didn't you?
You caught me.
I knew it.
You had to get a glimpse of Tay Tay.
I had to get a glimpse of the Tay Swift. Okay.
Well, apparently there was a lot of celebrities at that game. Ryan Reynolds was there. Hugh Jackman was there.
Yeah, that's why everybody's like, "Oh, she's gonna be Dazzler in fucking Deadpool 3."
And then it looked in one of the pictures. Do you guys remember that movie Teen Witch?
Yes.
The redhead from Teen Witch, like the main chick.
No, I don't.
You never saw Teen
I
Witch
would
in
have
the
to.
80s?
I would have to see
I
the.
don't think I have.
What?
All right,
John, go
anyways,
look her up.
I'm
So
looking
it
up.
looked like she was there also, like kind of like in literally like standing behind Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds and them. So I don't know
Well,
why
you know-
she'd be hanging out with them, but
Well, he's scoring 6s on and off the field, so he's doing pretty good.
Yeah, I can
Yep.
honestly say I have not. Oh, it's got the chick from Poltergeist in it though. Yeah, I've never seen that movie.
Tanchika is in it.
The only Teen Witch
So-
movie I ever saw was the original Sabrina with very, very, very young Ryan Reynolds. It's very weird.
Never saw it.
Never saw it.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was a fucking movie until my daughter found it, and I was like, "They made a movie out of that?" It was pre-series, so that should tell you something.
Huh.
Yeah. Anyways,
Fair enough. That watched football, all that fun stuff, and then I got to watch this movie
Foosball.
last night, and get to talk about that in a little bit. And that's what I did this weekend. I was hanging out with the love of my life and my friends and family. So that's what I did.
I was not there.
Well, I know
Yeah.
that. But we will make that happen.
Oh, sorry. You mean your girlfriend? My bad. Sorry.
Rebecca's watching. Get it.
Sorry,
Honey,
Rebecca.
sorry, honey. Scuba Steve's he's right there. Anyway, that's what I did. Johnny, what did you do, buddy?
Oh, let's see. What did I do this weekend? Well, I put up the big, not all of them, but I put up most of the big Halloween decorations outside. I had a few small ones just to pre-October, but I'm like, nope, bitches, it's October 1st weekend. I don't give a fuck.
Fuck yeah.
So big Stay Puft went up, which I've never put them here because I'm very nervous about wind because I get some fucking high, crazy ass areas, and I just really don't want to rip him, dude. I can't get that version anymore. I can get that height, but it's a totally different new style. Although they make that 25-footer, and god damn it, I want it.
Oh, I am right there with you, dude.
So then I put up the sandworm next to him, which he looks like he looks a lot smaller of a worm now, which is kind of a little sad. But it's all right. He's still doing his thing. And yeah, let's see what the fuck else I did. So the local haunted house, they weren't open last year, or maybe even the last 2 years, at least last year. But they came back this year, and it's just a small dude. They've been doing it in my tiny little city for like 30 fucking years. It all goes to like charity and shit. And they're really into it, man. So they just opened up. Well, they do the kid friendly version on Saturdays, right? In the middle of the day from like noon to 3. So we were like, we're going to take Julie down, blah, blah, blah. Now, last time we went, it was literally it was just the walkthrough. Half of the lights were actually on, so you could kind of see where you're going through. And there was like one person in there who wasn't trying to be scary that gave him like a key and shit. Not this fucking time. Nope. I'm pretty sure the kids version was only missing like people really being in your face and the chainsaw because everything else was legit, dude. And my daughter was like, "What? First quarter, man. I didn't even ask to come here. I didn't ask to come here. I don't want to go." And I was like, "We got to go through." She's like, "No, I don't want." I was like, "It's only one way. You got to go through." So we did. It was great little fucking haunt, dude. I can't wait to go back for the adult time or the adult night one, whatever. But yeah, if anybody's local listening, go check that shit out, dude. APE, was it Freight Mansion? But no, man, it's in our mall, and I think I might actually hit it right before Gallows event coming up on the 13th, and have a nice little like trifecta or a little double in them.
Nice.
And be like, all right, man, go hit the haunted house, and then maybe dress up just to be doofy for a bunch of people coming to see the movie, and then watch fucking Never Hike Alone too. So. And then I fucking just cleaned and played Mortal Kombat all fucking Sunday, which was awesome.
Mhm.
Oh, you know what? I got 2/3 of the way through it, but I started watching Exorcist 3. You boys have talked about that shit for numerous years, dude. And I love it so far. And I got to the point right after the detective is talking to the man in the cell, and he's confessing like to all the potential like murders and shit that he's done. And I'm like, bro, this movie's fucking awesome. I'm like, it hasn't even really gotten into like it really hasn't gotten into like demonic shit yet. Honestly, it's pretty much just all serial killer process at this point. Like there's a little bit, but in the beginning of it, I'm like, yo, man, I'm fucking digging this movie, which makes me really sad that the second one sucks because I'm like, oh, I guess I'll just skip that completely.
Yeah, the second one's dog shit.
Yeah, it's
But I'm
horrible.
really liking this one, dude. I definitely need to get back on Tubi and fucking finish that shit, which will happen this week.
Hell
But
yeah.
then I watched this movie for the first time, and well, like I told the boys, it was in the bucket, and now it's officially out, and I am ready to fucking talk about it. And that would be Society. So, Bob, this was your pick, right?
Yes, sir, it was. Let me pull up them damn notes.
That's right. Get
right.
get all slippery and moist, and take it away.
Ugh.
It doesn't take that much. Teenager Bill Whitney has always felt like the odd one out in his wealthy, upper class Beverly Hills family. For some reason, he just doesn't seem to fit in. But his sense of alienation takes a sinister turn when he hears an audio recording of his sister's coming out party. I don't know why I had to take a second for that. Which
It's not.
seems to
It's not like
I-
a gay thing.
no, I
It's a
know,
W-
I know,
it's a
it's,
W
I know,
thing.
it's not. I that's
It's
not,
a rich people thing. That's why we don't get it.
I just had to
Well,
be
according
like,
to this movie, it's you're fucking your parents thing. So
Yeah.
it's not even fucking. You're forming, but you know, which seems to implicate his family and others in a bizarre ritualistic orgy. And then there are the strange things he's been seeing glimpses of people with their bodies contorted, impossibly out of shape. Is Bill going mad, or is there something seriously amiss in his neighborhood? Well, I don't know if it's amiss, but it's a mixture of a few people.
Mm.
Directed by Brian Usna, Return of the Living Dead 3 and Bride of Reanimator. Written by Zeph E. Daniel as Woody Keith, Bride of Reanimator, Silent Night, Deadly Night 4, Annihilation, Rick Fry,
Initiation.
Initiation, I totally read that wrong. Rick Fry, Bride of Reanimator, Dementia. Produced by Keith Wally, Nightwish, and Bride of Reanimator. Who would like to do my spot?
I will take yours. Starring
Go for it.
Starring Billy Warlock, Panic in the Skies, Days of Our Lives as William Bill Whitney, Connie Denise, Hunter's Blood, Younger and Younger as Nan
D
Whitney,
nice.
D Nice, Ben Slacks, Silent Night, Deadly Night 4 Initiation, Piranha,
Man, a lot of the Silent Night, Deadly Night 4, dude.
as Dr. Cleveland, Evan Richards, Twilight Zone the movie, Down and Out in Beverly Hills as Milo, Patrice Jennings, What I Like About You, Accidentally in Love as Jenny Whitney, Tim Bartell, Meatballs 2, Webster as David Blanchard, Charles Lucia, X-Ray, Singener as Jim Whitney, Heidi Kozak, Slumber Party Massacre 2, Friday the 13th Part 7, the New Blood, as Shauna. Brian Bremer, Pumpkinhead, Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, the toy maker, as Martin Petrie. Ben Meyerson, Speed 2, Cruise Control, and Knocked Up as Ted Ferguson. Devin DeVasquez, hey, Can't Buy Me Love, Citizen Toxie, The Toxic Avenger 4, as Clarissa Carlin. Mariah Claire, Silk 2, Slumber Party Massacre 3, as Sally. Total body count in this movie, 2.
Two.
Boop, boop,
Deuce.
boop. Deuces.
Those deuces, all right.
Mm-hmm.
This movie dropped a deuce. So, music by Phil Davies, Trancers, Nightwish, Mark Ryder, Blood Monkey, The Hive,
Blood Monkey.
Blood Monkey.
That sounds
Cinematography by Rick Fichter, I don't know. Bride of Reanimator, Adventure in Dinosaur City. Edited by Peter Teschner.
What? Adventure in, is that an animated movie?
I think it's
so.
like a kid's movie.
I'm
Edited
looking
by
it up.
Peter Teschner, Phantasm 2, and Dodgeball, a true underdog story. One of my favorite comedies.
Such a great movie.
Effects
yeah,
and makeup by Screaming Mad George, The Guyver. God willing, we'll be covering that sometime soon. And Bride of Reanimator. Distributed by Wild Street Pictures. Runtime of 99 minutes. Rated R. Budget. Grossed. I have no fucking clue. I couldn't find shit.
It was 2 million
Budget or gross?
budget
Very gross. Where'd you find that?
on IMDb.
Really? I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
Bro, this movie is literally like, we're gonna. When did the Mario movie come out? 93?
Yes.
This literally looks like a bunch of like Goombas and shit like that,
It-
but they're just
yeah.
all dinosaurs. And the tagline was like, "They're not turtles." Blah blah blah. So, oh fuck them. They're already. ripping
They're
on
not
Ninja
turtles.
What the fuck are they?
They're just well, they're dinosaurs, but they're trying to like rip on the Ninja Turtles, like animal people kind of thing. Dumb. Anyways, yeah, it is weird. I'll still watch it. I thought it was like maybe We're Back or something, like I was hoping, but it wasn't.
Adventures in Dinosaur City.
It looks like the show Dinosaurs, but with humans involved with actual like dinosaur characters wearing clothes.
Huh.
Yeah, interesting. Alrighty, so let's discuss this. First, my first question to all you boys, which I always usually generally ask: is this our first time viewing?
Yep.
Yes.
Second.
Okay, so this was Bob's pick, his second, and we all popped our cherries sometime this weekend. Okay,
You know, stuck your fit in places.
dude, this
right
movie
up
had
the ass.
this movie had a lot of fisting,
Yes.
and that
There
you
was-
could, you could
Yeah.
quote that. You
Wait,
know,
that needs to be a shirt. That needs
I
to
was-
be a shirt.
I always call my son a head ass, and there was literally a head ass in this fucking movie.
Oh my god.
Okay, so right from the get-go, and Scoobs actually even made a post about it, which I couldn't believe because I had to make a note, but I was just like, first and foremost, intro credits were absolutely disgusting.
Yeah,
What
what
the
the
fuck
fuck
was
was
going
going
on?
on? Like,
I,
I
I-
start watching it, and I'm like, what the fuck is
Like
going
I see,
on?
I see
yeah.
people, but is there like a giant titty swinging in the middle? What is?
Yeah, like,
My
what
wife thought it
the
was a
fuck was
nutsack, and I was like, I don't fucking know. It might. Be.
I couldn't even tell you, and I've watched this twice, and I'm like, I still don't know what that is.
I mean, clearly, we're alluding to what we're getting at the end, and it takes
Yeah,
a while to
yeah.
get there.
Was it called
Unfortunately,
the shunting?
the shunting, the cunting.
Which,
The shunt cunt.
First we hunt, then we
Then
shunt.
we shunt.
you know,
Then we
honestly,
get the cunt.
but it's such a weird. I don't know why, but that word shunting, I don't understand. Like, it just sounds like such a weird word for what they're doing.
I mean, what else would you call it? I don't fucking.
I don't
dude.
know.
It's not
I
I
would
fucking.
call it like
it's
the
definitely not
molding or the melting or the something like
the sucking, the suckling.
the suck. The
Suck fuck.
The suck fuck.
Brody, oh my
Like
God.
there was so okay, and I know. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I liked this movie. Was it the best fucking movie ever? No, but I felt like I was watching like a.
Did you feel like you were vindicated for being a black sheep
Yes,
watching this?
I did. I did.
Okay,
Watching it, I,
get
was like,
that.
cool. But I felt like I was watching like a really long episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark that had titties in it.
That's actually. That's
That's what I
okay,
felt
if you
like I
take
was
out the
watching.
body horror in the last 20 minutes and the titties,
maybe. Yeah.
I would say
Not
potentially
wrong.
yes.
Yeah, so I took it for what it was. It wasn't the best fucking movie out there, but I was entertained. It had an okay story that really there's a lot of fucking shit that they didn't explain. But
Yes.
I liked it. It did feel very soap opera, Brody, but I grew up watching soap operas with my grandma, so I didn't mind it.
I felt like probably about 15 minutes because it easily been cut out. That just didn't need to be there.
I would cut out most of it. I was bored as fuck through this whole movie.
Really?
I just could not connect with it. I didn't care about any of the characters. It was so goddamn confusing.
I'm
The
kind
acting
of
was-
on Scuba's
The
with him.
acting was terrible.
Yeah, but I feel like
It made it fun.
This is-
That's why I liked it though, because
I-
it had such bad acting.
I feel like the acting and
Brody, I think you mean Search for Tomorrow.
maybe
The Search
I
for
don't know,
Tomorrow
maybe-
intro.
oh Jesus Christ, yeah. Uh, no, Days of Our Lives is fucking definitely that shit haunts my dreams.
Hey, they had an exorcism fucking story in Days of Our Lives.
Oh yeah, I flat out remember when Marlena
When
was
Marlena was possessed. Yeah.
Ridiculous, dude.
It was fucking that's what got me watching it. Was I
Days
swear to
oh
God,
shit, we going supernatural now?
I've never watched it.
it was in
Days
the
of Our
summer.
Lives had some serious fucked up shit way before they had that weird ass fucking. What was that one with Timmy the Doll?
Oh, I was gonna say with Timmy.
Wait, was Days of Our Lives the one? No, that's As the World Turns. What's Days of Our Lives intro? I'm
like
forgetting.
sand
those
through
just
the
did-
hourglass.
yeah, it was the hourglass.
These are the days of our lives.
Okay, yeah.
I've never
Uh,
watched
I
it.
don't know, man. Most of that time was either me getting kicked out to play or I took a nap. So it's
Passions. That's the one.
Passions. That's with Timmy. Yes, Timmy and the
like,
Witch.
Jesus Christ, dude. All right, no, I'm with Scoobs on this one. I feel like with the shitty acting, it just kind of adds to more of like their shitty, just stuck up fake behavior because everything feels fake,
And
and
Yeah.
and that's what Skinny Atlas New York is. That is just white people central. That is all this whole fucking movie.
I mean, maybe it's because I'm not really around upper class people at all ever.
dude, it's the worst.
Like
Okay, so-
Western PA, this is a very rural area. Like there is no upper class. Like
Okay. So I go in different people's homes. I've been in rich homes. I've been in normal homes. Though ever since I've watched this movie, I got to tell you, I go into a rich person's home. I'm like, I kind of want to get the fuck out of here right now. I do not belong, and I don't want
they're
to see
about to
what
shunt
happens.
your ass.
And I'm like, you shut my ass. I'm gonna blow
Bobby's
your brains
getting
out.
fisted.
You know what?
Obviously.
I'm not so much about the no. I'm fine with the house, man, because big rich houses can still be cool to like play hide and seek and shit like
No,
that.
they are cool. but
However, if the dad is sitting there massaging the daughter's shoulders
In
a
his
little too comfortably, and just
they're
I'm
all
out.
in their underwear.
I'm out. I'm the fuck out.
it's also funny because I hear all their problems when they're talking. I'm like, you guys call that problems? Oh boy.
Fucking Brody. I go into a rich person's home and I'm looking for the nose candy.
Bro, that's in their personal bathroom. That's in the master
Yes.
bathroom. You know that. That's not in the guest bathroom. Although, could you imagine if you were rich, where you're like, yeah, this is the guest cocaine.
This is the guest cocaine. It's not as good as the master bathroom cocaine.
No.
but-
We got the good shit upstairs.
Hey
What's
guys,
up,
Emily's
Emily? How
here.
are you?
Emily.
Hello,
Thank you for
hello.
joining.
But see, that
Actually, if
cocaine's mixed
anybody in
with
this
soap.
thing could share right now, that'd be fucking
Yes,
awesome.
share it up.
Appreciate it.
Share, please. And
But
thank
no,
you.
the guest cocaine is mixed with soap, just like in Sleepaway Camp 3.
Baking soda.
That too.
But no, I don't know. I always kind of like the weird upper crust versus like the lower class kind of like I don't know. This kind of reminded me like this would be a good double feature with They Live. Like I feel like I would put
They lived did social commentary so much better than this did.
I'm not saying it
I mean, I
didn't.
understand this is supposed to be, a satire of rich people.
Yeah,
But
it's still
just-
a comedy. Like even if you look it up, it says horror slash.
Yeah, it's just horror comedy. It's horror
Yeah.
comedy.
So,
It
it's
You know,
me, dudes, I did
What-
not enjoy this.
What I enjoyed about it too is that you really don't know if this dude's crazy or not.
Yeah.
yeah.
And the one thing I wish is that they would have played on that a little more
Mhm.
before we actually got the reveal. I wanted to see him maybe start thinking, fuck, maybe I am crazy. Maybe I am just hallucinating this shit, and dive a little bit more into his character and the fact that he was adopted into this rich family, and maybe work on the mental aspect of it a little bit more. But it was 1992.
That's
I
true.
also feel like they.
I'm sorry,
And
89.
this is just me. They kind of
you're actually right on both of them.
yeah. I was gonna say you're not wrong on either one of those,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
But I feel like at least we get right from the get go. This dude's clearly got issues. He's already going
Yeah.
to a psychiatrist who obviously is like part of the whole scheme. So that's a whole fucking just rigmarole, whatever.
That's a psych ward trip there.
But I like that dude. Like he played a perfect because like you don't trust him right from the get go. You know what I mean? You're just like, nah, fuck that dude. That dude. And then when he's feeling up on the sister at the party, you're just like, ew. No,
Oh, God.
gross, bro. Like I honestly just had a weird like take myself out of it. I felt terrible for that actress. That actress in this movie was like, listen, you are literally hired to look kind of cute. You're gonna get groped on by old men. Go.
Yeah. Yeah, because
Have a
she
good
got
day.
groped on a lot. But even the scene where he goes into the shower and he sees like,
Oh,
I'm sorry,
God.
but I'm not trying to go in there while my sister's in there. I'll wait to
No.
get the suntan lotion. Or I'll
Even
buy
if
some on the way.
if you see something, I would go in and like to get suntan lotion, but I wouldn't be looking in the shower direction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? First of all, that bathroom is the size of my bedroom, so I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I mean, now if you saw the weird thing that he saw, where you saw titties above an ass,
I got
still don't know if I would fucking open the shower door, but I would definitely question myself of what the fuck I saw.
I would have been like, I would have yelled out, "What the fuck?" And you know what? Those titties were way too big to be hers.
That's exactly what I
said. The same.
I saw that like, oh, that's a body double or something.
That's a
'cause
body
her
double
titties are
because
big.
her titties were not that big. I am a
First thing I
titty
thought
man.
too.
Well,
I'm a
yes.
titty connoisseur. And
Yeah,
those
but
were
bro,
not
those
as
were
big.
like D's, and she's
Yeah.
A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's nothing.
Well, you
wrong
know,
with
There's
it.
nothing wrong with that because we love them
No,
all.
that's right.
Of course. But what Steve was saying before, like playing on him being crazy, I felt like they were trying to capitalize on it when they had him in the hospital because he was acting like crazy when he came out. So it's almost like they were trying to act on it and they ran out of time or money and be like, well, no, now we just got to get right to it. So
Yeah, that was
have a good one.
really weird how
Yeah.
he was just like a complete 180 the way he was acting coming out of the hospital.
I didn't like that either because it almost felt like he was planted at that point. Like I was like, wait, is he? You know what I mean? Like, did they switch him out and now we're gonna
Well, I
like
was
ride with the buddy? But we didn't. He just literally like cracked. But I feel like you could have been shown a better cracking of the egg, like him really accepting the fact that like, oh shit, he's dead on record. You know what I mean? Like, as far as I don't know.
Yeah.
And I think what would have been cool is if we actually saw a double of him, because those things can transform into fucking basically anything. So why
Yeah.
couldn't they be able to mimic somebody to get the friend, and maybe the friend fucking is the one that gets caught at first or whatever in the shunting, and then he wakes up in the hospital and they think that, they have him put away or whatever, and he ends up fucking breaking out and making his way to the house to save his friend from the evil version of him or whatever, because we saw the body of that one dude that actually got fucked in the casket, but it wasn't him.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
touched his face and obviously
Yeah, they touched his face
which my wife was like, why would you touch his face? Just a little side note here. I don't know about you homies, but I've never done it. I've never, ever done it. But at every wake I have ever gone to, I have had this terrible, intrusive thought to poke the body.
Yes.
I don't know
Yes.
why, but I do. And every time it's just like, do it. Do it. And
Yes.
I'm like,
Yes.
no, everybody's watching. I can't do it. And it's just like, do it.
No,
And I'm like, what the fuck? No.
All right,
Like,
listen, if I die and you guys make it to my funeral, you have full permission to poke my body.
okay.
like, yo, what up, Scoops?
No, no.
Fucking stiff ass hand. My hand breaks off and shit.
But then I'm gonna be like this, guys. Let's see what Mel. Let's see what Mel was working with down there. Oh shit!
No. Your funeral, we're pulling a full weekend at Bernie's with that.
Fuck
You're
yeah.
going
Oh my God.
You're living.
Fucking hey, dude. I don't know why, man. I've always had that weird intrusive thought, bro. It's just
I
like,
said, poke the body with the penis.
no.
That I do not allow. I will not.
It's like this. I do it when like at prop houses and something, dude. You know what I mean? When you want to see if somebody's like a prop or an actual person.
Yes.
I don't know why, but I'm always just like, because dude, like that now it looks like the person, but it doesn't look like the person. So
Yeah.
my brain, I'm just like, what's going on here? What the fuck, dude? Like,
You
when
gotta
they
do
make
it the
them
next
up to
week,
look like
you have to do it.
dude, that's just animal brain, though. Like, that's
Just so
just
you
like,
can
you know what
say-
I mean? Like, that's little kid animal brain. Like, if I could eat it, it's food. Like, no.
I'm just picturing like, Big Johnny is up there. He sees whoever's laid out. Oh, this is so sad. I miss you. Poke the body.
It is. It's just like, just touch their cheek.
Fucking
No,
little devil,
just a little bit. Yeah, dude. It's like
little
two
devil
frogs.
John pops up.
It's
And he looks over for fucking Angel John, and Angel John never fucking shows up.
he got held up in traffic.
well, they make them look
We
like
shoved his little
plastic
bitch ass
almost.
and fucking-
So I mean, they make the face look like plastic, and you're just kind of like,
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
So Brody's asking if they're alien beings that can shapeshift. They say
They said
they're
they were.
not aliens. They
But
say
I
they
I
straight
think
up say
they
they're
said
not.
They're a straight up.
I think they're
race.
just some weird mutant kind. Like, okay, take this as like obviously this is the reptilian like mass mind, right? But obviously these aren't reptiles; these are bugs, or maybe even more closer to Oogie Boogie. I'm not really sure,
Yeah,
because
God
they
only
definitely had
knows.
like worms and shit in there too, So I don't.
Yeah, it never
Wow.
it never says what they are. They just said that they've been on Earth just as long as humans have.
They're not demons. I would just say they're just
no.
They're just
they're
not
just some other kind of entity that has learned to like
Mimic humans.
like mimic humans and use humans to their benefit. Like 100%.
So you know how they say reptilians evolved, they can take human form.
Mhm.
We evolved from fucking monkeys. Maybe they evolved from some kind of like
Slug.
you said, slug or some shit, because that would make sense with the slime shit that's on them because that's very sluggy.
and
Well,
with
that
other-
and when they were looking at that
slugs.
plate of slugs.
Yeah.
Remember?
Mhm.
And they were like, "Oh, this is the and there was I thought they said almost the crop or something was good this year or something.
Yeah, she said it was a good crop.
Yeah.
So
and-
maybe those were the babies.
right? Like that's what I'm maybe. You know what? I'm not opposed to it. Whatever, dude. This movie's so fucking weird,
Somebody messaged Brian Usna on Facebook.
right?
We'll
Fucking
get
hey,
Pod
dude.
Boss on it. He's been talking to him regularly lately.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have people throughout the network that could probably figure this out. So yeah, it's pretty much just a parasite. Society's a hidden ripoff. There you go, buddy.
I was actually just about to say, I'm
Spin-off.
like, kind of like the hidden.
Or it's a sequel to Slugs.
I was thinking of Slugs. This is the better sequel to Slugs, where we actually get some weird shit at the end and not nothing,
I mean, and the
The giant slug we got cheated out of.
right? That we should have got.
the effects in this were fucking weird. Like
They're good.
the practical effects were fucking great. I mean, it probably majority of the budget had to have been spent on fucking practical.
Oh,
effects.
100%.
The head of the
Yes.
special effects company is called Screaming Mad George. So that,
Fucking
Yeah.
right, dude. I actually
Yeah.
cheered when I saw his name in the credits.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
I knew going into it that he did the effects, and I knew about the shunting. I knew about everything because fucking
Shunting.
Fangoria magazine spoiled it back in the '80s when it was about to be released. So there was literally no surprises there aside from actually the legit fisting. Like they showed all the other different things, like the mother with the girl's head coming out of her cooch, and
All the shunting
Ass
is just get back to the pile.
yeah,
We gotta get gay. Get gay? We gotta
my
get
coworker Marissa said it reminded her of Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
gay. Little bit.
Kind
I
of,
can see
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Body Snatchers is way better.
Well, yeah, Body
Oh,
Snatchers is
yeah.
way better, but I mean, it's still a creepy.
It's because
For
people
me-
are who they're not. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just that they're living a complete
Well,
sham.
It's still a creepy, thought going into this movie that you could have grown up around all these people that aren't who you fucking think they are, and they were just raising you basically to be a fucking meal, because that's all it was, is they were raising him to be a meal. And I think that right there is kind of the scariest part of it, is that even though you think you know these people, you
Yeah.
don't fucking know them at
don't.
all.
But, talk about playing the long game there. They were
Yeah,
Yes,
real
sir.
long
Right?
fucking- But
Nearly
it doesn't
18
say when they
years.
adopted him.
No.
I
I'm
was
gonna
just assuming he was
assume
a
that they-
baby because he always thought they
Yeah.
were his biological parents.
Brody. You are correct. Body Snatchers, 1982, very underrated. It's very
Extremely.
I still have to watch that version.
I don't think I've ever
But
seen that one.
also,
I've seen
real
the
quick,
70s.
did anybody else just find it so awkward looking into the mayor's faces? He's like
The
fisting
judge?
that boy, the judge. Yo,
No,
his face was
he was way too happy.
too happy.
He was
Dude,
way too happy to be fisting
and
that young man.
he never took the cigar out of his mouth.
That was the best part because even when he was the weird, like a Mobius blob,
He
he
still
still had the
It
fucking
was still
cigar.
there.
But that's, dude, like this movie's so fucking gross at the end, and I love it, and I wish we had more of it because when they are that blob, and then they decide they're like done shunting, or wherever the fuck they come, they like, I like how they all like just like solidify back to their solid like normal state, and they're just getting up and they're just like, just fucking like whipping off the jelly and shit. Like, how much KY was?
I was just about to say that.
No,
I was just about to fucking say that.
They had to bring in 55-gallon drums of it,
bro. They had
God,
to, man.
that's
So much
yes.
KY. And
had
how did
vats
nobody
of
bust
it,
their
dude.
ass? Like there has to be outtakes of people just fucking eating ass, trying
Literally.
to drop
just literally just.
an
I mean, then
Well,
you're just kissing. Then you're just kissing the father at that point, right?
ass.
But real quick, did we also find out what exactly the point of the shunting was? Even though
No!
none of them like
They-
no,
nope,
we didn't.
nope. We
The
didn't get
shunting is
nothing.
just the orgy.
Yes,
That's
the
just
fucking
the
But,
orgy.
orgy
but
and then-
clearly that shunting does something if that's
Well,
why
they
they're
were
eating.
eating.
Well,
They
they,
were
feed,
they
they
ate-
feed and then they
yeah.
fuck. That's the whole thing. They're like, we feed.
So
then
it
we
had to have been.
They absorb his energy.
They
Like,
ab-
that's what I think. Like they just.
I took it as they were like sucking him dry from his energy,
Like a leech.
blood, everything.
Like
Like
a
a
leech.
leech. Oh, maybe they were fucking leeches.
There you go. Which would
Leeches
make
are
sense with
another
the whole like
slimy-
face sucking thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Weird slugs kind of shit.
yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Someone put their
it's-
hand in the guy's ass, literally, when his ass cheek.
That is not the first time that judge has fisted somebody. Let
No,
me
it
just
is not.
say, he did that with such
he was-
authority and precision.
Yeah, it was also he didn't even make a fist. He made like it look like it was just like this. And we're like, I'm going it for that. It's like,
Okay, so I gotta say the best line in this entire movie is would you like some coffee? Or would you like some sugar, cream, some pee in your tea?
You want me to pee in it?
And I was like, you know what? I wanted him to say yes just to see where this was going. But this is not a 2003 or 2023 movie. This is 1989.
I was surprised that she ended up being the love interest at the end. I thought for
So
sure.
how does that work?
I don't know.
yeah,
Because she's clearly the slug, or
One of them.
you know, she's part of the
Leech or whatever.
society. I mean, they fucked, so obviously they could still fuck. But like, how's that going to work out long term?
Well, I mean, like they said, they've been here. They're already living here. So
But do they eat like normal food? Do they have to just eat off people? You know what I
No,
mean? Like,
they
obviously,
can
this is way
probably-
more extra questions, but
they can probably eat normal food, I would assume, because how would they not be able to eat normal food? He would have noticed that growing up with them.
yeah.
People in Washington, because they said they have people in Washington, they would be able to
Unless-
tell, oh, so and so never eats any food. That's fucking weird.
yeah, maybe.
You know
I
what I
don't know.
mean? So they had to be able to eat. They have a normal digestive system when they're in their human form.
So they just get some more like essence or power or whatever.
Yeah.
to fuck them sucking other people. All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it's more of like a ritual thing, I think. Like maybe they don't do it all the time. Maybe it's when there's like a rite of passage or some shit that's
I
happening.
don't know, man. It feels like they did it kind of avidly in this. Like, it wasn't like every night, but you know what I mean? It felt like it was almost maybe weekly, bi-weekly. Like, I don't know, dude.
Maybe they don't always feed on someone. Maybe it's really just like an orgy most of the time.
Yeah.
Well, so maybe the daughter's coming out was just like, but they did say they fed, and then they just didn't say who they fed on. You know what I mean? I would always assume they're always going to eat somebody because that's part of the ritual.
Okay, and now we've got to bring up the weird John Candy mother.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Well, okay. First, we get her in a couple scenes. Is she part of the society?
She has to be.
But
Because
then
she
why
had
wouldn't-
she had hair in her mouth, which at first I thought maybe she had a cat, but clearly that's from digesting people that we find out later. So, but what the fuck's going on there with this?
that's it.
Why
Because she
decked
because she
out
doesn't.
like 80s
har-
glam, and
she also doesn't harm him in any way.
well, she likes his hair, but
Likes
he keeps
hair.
stopping her.
Well, yeah, but like she's not like over here like ready to join. You know what I mean? I don't know. It was
Yeah,
just
because
weird.
she could have easily overpowered him and fucking ate him if she
But-
wanted to.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, why is she like a Galoot from fucking Ren and Snippy, dude?
She
Like
had
his
some
lapdog.
She
Like,
had
what
some
the
weird. She had some weird freaking
Or
brain injury or something. I have no.
Or
fucking-
maybe she was one of those where like it went wrong. Something.
Because like,
I don't know.
so her daughter obviously knew about her, but her daughter, like, you know what I mean? Like she was saying, like she's sick of dealing with her and all this other shit. But like, yeah, they never really even kind of allude to what the fuck is going on with this character.
No.
Like, does she kill that cop or does she just scalp him? Like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Like,
No, she didn't scalp him. He had a toupee.
oh,
Yeah, he did.
so like, what happened with them? Were they just fucking the bushes after that? They're like, all right, that's worse for me, I guess. It never goes back to him, does it?
no clue.
It's a hell of a night to go.
Do we see her again after that scene?
No.
No.
They fucking hightail it out of there after the buddy finally remembers that he has a gun after 20 extra minutes. And then they and then they fucking just run and drive out the driveway.
And it ends.
Yeah. So it's like, what was the deal with that? I don't even know if anybody could explain that.
I don't even think
I
they
don't even
could.
have theories, so I don't fucking know.
No.
Yeah.
Like I can't relate it to anything. I don't know if that's something to correlate maybe with the times.
But you know what? That's another reason that I like this is because it doesn't fully wrap it up. You don't know. So your fucking imagination gets to fucking make up whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah,
I mean, and you can't go for help
They'll-
at that point. You can't go to the fucking police because how far does this go?
which can we talk about the accident scene? I know we're jumping all around here. That's our thing. But like when he goes to the accident scene, dude, he's on that accident scene for like a solid 5 minutes just looking at the dead bodies and stepping in evidence before anybody even questions his ass of like, hey, why are you here?
Yeah, exactly. That bothered me because I'm like, dude, in any other movie, you're like, no, don't come in here. Like,
Now I did like, I mean, it was a good misdirection, but when he was like, oh, is he dead? And it's like, well,
Yeah,
there's
well-
a really bloody fucking covered body, so I'm gonna go with yes.
Yeah.
But clearly
I mean,
he wasn't.
He wasn't, but
No, we were lied to. But yeah, imagine being that dude and having this your sister's ex-boyfriend being like, yo, you need to listen to this tape. And then you start hearing your parents and shit boning on it. You're like, bro, what in the fuck? And your sister's on there too. So not only do you have questions for your family, but you have questions like, that's a bad time for this dude's life, man.
yes, that's a very bad.
If this was not painted as a comedy, this would be really bad.
mm-hmm.
I've always
That's a bit-
wondered why in these movies they have that little mini tape recorder, and they'll play something, and then they stop it and they fast forward, right? And then it's like at the exact moment where they want it to play.
Always.
Every
Always.
time, and when the doctor played it back, it was like exactly the parts where he played it. But it's like,
Which, come on, we all knew
Whose
he was
father
gonna.
is he?
We all knew he was gonna swap the tape. I know you guys. I know we were doing it. We were like, me and the wife were yelling at the TV. We're like, don't give him the fucking tape, you moron. You never get rid of your own evidence. Like, come on.
Typical
But-
moron.
Yeah, that was one of those moments where I would have been shouting in the theater regardless. I don't care. I'm like, no, you fuck. But
You know, there were no little
not.
kids.
no,
No,
this
there
would have been a
aren't.
very weird one to bring little kids into. I think.
I think that's a good
Because I think
avoidance.
maybe part of the society you got to be at least 18 and up. Because I would take it like that's maybe where the daughter was at. That's why she'd have. Although I don't know.
Yeah, but
maybe-
you would assume that they have to procreate somehow. So there has to be offspring.
Yeah, they were on the little plate. They were those little, little slugs or snails, whatever the fuck. Leeches. They probably were leeches actually. But let's see. Okay, so can anybody figure out why the psychiatrist at the end, when he was chasing him around with the dog restraint, what the fuck was going on with his mouth, dude? Like he had some like Jack Nicholson fucking Joker smile.
Yeah.
going on, dude.
Maybe from his head, like opening to eat. Who fucking knows?
I don't know, because the scene right before that, his head was doing like the fine fucking sign of the devil shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Which was fucking hilarious. That was a fucking like, what the fuck was that, dude? Just
Oh.
that was
You know who
That
the
was a weird
dad
one.
reminded me of? Oh fuck! When he had his head up his ass, I was, and it just hit me right now. I'm like, what the fuck, Assy McGee? Did you ever watch Assy McGee on Adult Swim?
Wait, the
The ass
detective's
cop?
ass? Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a,
or it's
yeah.
just like a fucking butt.
Yep.
No.
Except
Oh
that
man.
Assy McGee had a face.
Fucking eh. Alrighty, boys. I feel like we've said a bunch. If you guys have anything else to say, we can say it
No,
now.
look.
If not, we'll bring in the DKB. and see
I'm
what
dying
he
to hear.
Yeah, I
about
want
I
to
know,
hear
I
what he
am
has to
too.
say.
Because I know he hated it.
Well, and that's the thing. And before we even get, what's up, Gene? Welcome
Hey,
to the
Gene.
party.
Gene, what's up, Gene?
I
Wow,
agree.
Gene
hated it
coming
too.
in. Worst movie
Gene.
ever, dude.
Not worst ever, but this movie was dumb.
I don't know, man. We've watched some pretty bad GLs,
Yeah, we've watched
dude.
some
I
bad
definitely could not say this. is
Yeah,
the
we have.
Man, I was like I said though. Brody told me he was bored. Gave me a little pre, and I was very taken by that. I figured this might have been one where Brody really enjoyed it. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's see what he's got to say.
Let's see.
Howdy folks, it's your DKB here back for another episode of Gore, and this week I'm here to talk to you about Society. This was my first watch. Yes, I know, big surprise, whatever. But yeah, I definitely wish I had watched it when I was a little bit younger. Probably would have had a little bit more of an impact on me. I'd seen this film pop up numerous times in the horror community, so the ending is spoiled for me. Even that grotesque scene that really that we only get in the last final maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Probably the best scene of the whole entire film, with the fantastic practical effects that we get and that body horror element that I just fucking grosses me out. It just, yeah, like I said, it would have had a little bit more of an impact on me as a kid if I had seen that scene not coming. So, but yeah, let me get a little bit more into this film. So yeah, essentially,
Coming,
I'm just going to come out and say it. Like, I was actually quite bored with this fucking film. I thought we were going to get a little bit more action, especially a bit more gross out moments with the practical effects broken up throughout the film. But they save it all for the last 15 minutes, and I appreciate it. But yeah, this is a film, and I understand that Usna was trying to come out and do a social commentary on what was happening at the time with themes of society, and turn it into his own little unique twist on reality in that. But yeah, like it just felt really boring for me at times. Maybe it was that overwashed tone of a soap opera vibe that I was getting throughout it. I just really couldn't take my mind out of it, and yeah, just like I said, just felt boring for me, my liking. I just wish we had got a little bit more body horror throughout the first. Well, actually, throughout the whole entire film, just break it up a little bit more. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, so the acting in this film's a little bit hit and miss with me. I mean, there's some moments in where it's actually not bad acting, and then there's just moments where it's just like, oh, for fuck's sake, you know, you are boring me to goddamn tears. And like, I'm not really quite familiar with some of these actors at all. I think the lead
None
actor
of
is
them.
90210, but my God, I'll be honest, I haven't really fucking seen that shit. But anywho, yeah, like I said, it all comes down to that soap opera element about it, whether it is the overall style of filmmaking or just the acting, whatever it is. I just can't get my head out of that and appreciate it for what it is. So I will give this one film a positive, mainly due to the fact of the practical effects that Nick Benson, Screaming Mad George, and the rest of the crew were able to create. This fantastic quality of just body horror that really knows how to disturb me. It's a fucking fantastic scene. Like I said earlier, I only wish I'd have seen it when I was a kid. It would have made a huge impact on me and really creeped me the fuck out. But I'd seen it coming. I've seen it before many times. But yeah, like the creativity that's gone into creating each individual in this body mass, and then you get these separate elements of like a butt head and these jokes that come in and layer over the top. It actually works quite well because it's just a bit of a schlock fest by this stage of the film, you know. So yeah, gooey, gross,
Moist.
just body fluids. Makes me feel fucking sick, and that's obviously what they were intending to do, and they succeeded for me personally. So yeah, the practical effects in this film are top notch. So yeah, shout out to Screaming Mad George, Nick Benson, and the crew. They did a fucking fantastic job with this film. Yeah, all in all, it's definitely a film I'm not really going to go out and watch ever again or buy necessarily. I think that using his other work is actually very fucking fantastic. Now, his other work, like Bride of Reanimator, that's a film that grabs me by the balls in the first 5 to 10 minutes and goes, this is what we're dealing with, the ultra-violent element of the film, and I'm grabbing hold of you, going to keep your attention because you have ADHD, Brody. We're going to bang it over the head that shit happens left, right, and fucking center. So you are with me along the way, and I'll be like, thank you, Mr. Usner. Society's not that great, but your other work is fucking fantastic. And I know how much Chad likes the dentist, so shout out to Chad and the dentist.
Yeah!
So this is your DKB, giving it a Gore score of a 2.2.
Hey, you know
I'm
what?
not going to completely
Higher
shit
than
on
I
it with the
expected
score
these.
because I did find a little bit of quality about it with the practical effects. I think that's what helped saved it for me, or saved this film for me and my score. So, anywho, DKB signing out. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this film, and I'll catch you motherfuckers next week. Cheers, gentlemen.
See you later,
Cheers,
cunt.
Brody.
Peace.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Brody.
Let's us get a swing around here. Whoop. And one more. There we go.
I'm just gonna do this.
That's cool.
Keep fucking with it.
Hey, I was fine with it too. That'd be cool. Gonna make it a game. All right. So thank you, Brody. Started off with a 2.2, which I think it's that's kind of seems very solid.
Yeah, fair enough.
Especially because I'm hearing more negative reviews tonight than what I personally expected, which that's cool, man. I like when we're all on different tracks for movies, dude. It definitely adds for better discussion. All right, so I think we've said as much as we can want to say right now before popping anything up. So, Chad Daddy, what do you got for behind the scenes, buddy?
I've actually got a decent amount for a change. I wasn't expecting to have as much for a movie like this as I thought. So yeah,
Gene.
dive into it.
Gene said it was so bad I watched it twice.
I wouldn't mind watching the titty scene again. That girl was
No, that was nice.
she was nice. She was nice.
The sex scene was very elongated in this too.
Yeah, it was.
Elongated.
Okay, so the scene where Billy sees Jenny's body distort in the shower was added during post-production because director Brian Usna felt another shocking scene was needed earlier in the film.
Fair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
While shooting the infamous shunting scenes, Brian Usna would put a sign on the soundstage door that read, "Abandon all hope, ye who enter here." I wish I'd done that going into this. That should have been like as soon as the opening credits start.
Yeah, I don't know.
Brian Usna claims he back-engineered the film's plot points based on special effects ideas or gimmicks, stating he was more interested in the surrealism of the story than the logic.
Oh, so he did a Final Destination kind of situation. Where they're like, yo, man, we're going to come up with some cool kills and then we'll just figure out the story around that shit.
Kind of seems like what they do, yeah.
Maybe not for the first two, but definitely after the fact, bro.
Oh,
you know, they have a fucking dartboard and they're like, all right, we got a bunch of kills. Let's see what we got. Woo! All right. We get 7 kills. We got to figure them out. Let's fucking, it's like what is it? Fucking executive Mad Libs or whatever, where that dude just does like a fucking line of coke. He's like, all right, we're ready to move. Here we go. That's pretty much fucking how it is.
I honestly think that's how they originally did the DCEU, so
No. Well,
yes.
I don't think they did. I don't know, man, because
That
it
was
wasn't.
not
It definitely wasn't a good Coke then, because it wasn't
was-
80s Coke, bro.
But it also wasn't carefully planned out either.
No.
No, because you know what that was, dude, and ultimately, in my personal mind, is that was just like, oh fuck, Marvel figured something out. We need to do this, but then the problem is that's all it was, and there wasn't good leadership to it. It was just somebody being a boss and being like, "Hey,
They had a
make
couple
this
good.
happen."
They had a couple good starts, and then out pops Birds of Prey, and what the fuck was that?
That's because they were just trying to fucking like just ride in that fucking Harley Quinn cash cow, and that's all that fucking was. That's all that was, dude.
Would have been better off just making a Harley Quinn solo movie.
You know what? I don't know if you boys have watched the fucking cartoon series, but her series on fucking Max is hilarious, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking great. I love it.
I'm I haven't watched the newest season yet, but I've watched the first 3.
I fucking love King Shark. King Shark's my favorite.
Bro, he's when he like starts to like freak out just a little bit, dude, it's like the best. And you know what the best part is? That dude voices one of the characters in DreamWorks Trolls. So like I watched that with my daughter. So it's a very weird, and it's the same voice, dude. He doesn't even like try to make it different.
Hey, my buddy Milo's in the chat. Hey, Milo.
Hey, what's up, sir?
Howdy.
Alrighty, Chad Daddy back. Spotlight's back on you, homie.
Brian Yuzna was shocked the film was ignored and died after its small run in the U.S., but the film became a hit in the U.K., and Yuzna stated he's pleased the film has developed a cult following in the U.S. And by the way, this was his directorial debut.
All right.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
When was Pride? I gotta look that up.
93? 92.
Okay.
So just before you jump back into the behind,
Oh, that was 1990.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I am like trying to figure out like, are they slugs or what? Like I'm still stuck on that.
Leeches, bro.
Slugs and leeches cannot regenerate, but there's something called a Psyllidae that it's got a variety of reproductive modes and different regenerative processes. Psyllids have striking ability to regenerate their body anteriorly and posteriorly, which in many species is redeployed during sexual and asexual reproduction.
Huh?
Okay.
Are they like in that
Evolved.
family?
They're like
Or are
evolved earthworm type.
What gene? Like what family are they in? Are they in that earthworm stuff? We're gonna get fucking super scientific on Gore.
Yeah, they
tonight,
are.
boys.
So they're Annelida, Annelida. I don't know.
Yes, that's worms.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what they are,
Interesting.
and it's in
Okay.
the same. Yeah, so
So continuing on. So the hospital used for the exterior shots is the same hospital used in Halloween 2, 1981.
it is. How did it look familiar?
Oh, I was wondering why that looked so fucking familiar.
I was wondering
And
that.
Billy Warlock's father, actor stuntman Dick Warlock, played the Shape in Halloween 2.
Oh shit.
Wait. Who is this again?
The main character, his father was Michael Myers in Halloween 2.
Oh shit!
Well,
Oh,
he
wow.
also. So wait, so his son was Boombox Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no shit.
Oh
Yep.
shit.
That's actually further on down in my notes too, by the way.
Nice.
Oh,
Way to steal it from Chad.
sorry.
During Ferguson's party, Milo is seen wearing a shirt that says "Eat the Rich" on it. The shirt actually belonged to Brian Yuzna and was a leftover memento of his college days.
Hell yeah, dude.
The paintings of Salvador Dali were a significant influence upon the creature designs of Screaming Mad George.
That's cool. Dude, working on the effects for this movie would have been fucking cool, man, just for that. Like, I imagine that had to be a big studio piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All I can think is his name is Screaming Mad George. This dude has got to be like the poster child for ADHD. Like, he just seems like he's just bouncing off the walls with just these wild, crazy ideas.
Yeah, but dude, sometimes like that's how you get the best ideas, especially if you got like two other people like that. So you're like, ding, 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 ding. It's like fucking pinball.
I mean, dude, he did
Awesome.
the Guyver, and the Guyver was awesome. So
Guys,
Read
think
my
about how many
fucking-
awesome movie ideas we've had.
Yo, I'm holding out, and I already have told Gallo, I want to do that. Like, I know fucking Friday 13th fan films are fucking just literally rung through the fucking thing, but I still want to do our idea that we talked about on this show.
Oh yes.
Because I still think that is one of the best solid ideas. It incorporates everything, and yeah, I think it'd be cool because then you just make it like a little like fucking web series. It doesn't even have to be long. You know what I mean? 5 minutes each episode. Done. Different cosplayer, each Jason, new episode.
that would be nice.
Dude, it's fucking it. Just saying, man. I think it'd be cool.
I did like that idea. Okay,
That would
continue.
be nice.
Writer Zeph E. Daniel came from a Beverly Hills family much like that of Bill Whitney, and many of the characters depicted in the film are based upon real people Keith knew in Beverly Hills.
Slugs.
See, now you know why I get a little nervous.
I'm just saying, man, like I said, dude, that town that I mentioned earlier that's right near Auburn, them compared to Auburn, like Auburn's got like meth heads, and like this place is like it's white picket fences and like everybody's walking down the sidewalks happy.
That's where all the cokeheads are.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's literally that what it is, dude. It's like Bro, like when they come into town, anywhere they shop, these people need to let you know that they're from Skinny Atlas. Doesn't matter. Like they will weasel that into conversation. That's these people, dude. That's why I think I like this movie a little bit more, because I hate those people, dude. So it's like, but I don't know.
Okay. Director Brian Usna got to direct this film by agreeing to direct Bride of Reanimator. His only stipulation was that Society be filmed first.
Okay.
While filming the shunting scenes, the director purposefully avoided using blood, fearing backlash from the MPAA.
Boy, they didn't need it. What,
No,
the
they
fucking KY
didn't.
and red lighting did it just fine. It was
Yep.
gross.
So it was
I
actually
think-
more gross without it.
Yeah. Honestly, I think blood, I would have been like, okay, whatever. This is like the thing, you know? But this is like, this made me feel not good things. Like,
You know
Well,
what
what
it made me think of? Made me think of dick on a ball sack.
it's just
What
now?
what would have been
moist?
what would have been worse is if you saw it start to turn white.
Ooh.
Ah.
The scenes where Billy has therapy sessions with Dr. Cleveland weren't in the original script. They were added during production to help strengthen the narrative of the movie. And yes, I was moving things along to change the subject, Bobby.
That's fine. You know what? I'm glad that they did those though, because those were some of my favorite scenes.
Yeah.
The movie was just between those two.
I was so bothered by the fact that when Billy Kate went back to the doctor's office the second time, he picks up an apple, takes a bite,
And then puts it down
and
puts
puts
it back.
it back.
Ew! What the fuck?
I
Bro?
wrote that down. That was one thing that just really disturbed the hell out of me.
Like he was still raised by rich snobby people, dude. So you know what I mean? He's still gonna
He
be.
put it back.
Yeah. It was just like, this is a bad pair.
There you go.
Put the bite side down.
He did too.
I think. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he did put the bite side down.
Gross. Fucking asshole.
The original script began with the scene where Billy creeps back into his house after leaving the hospital, with the first hour of the film being told as a flashback. To avoid audience confusion, the director opted instead to have a new opening written that's more of a foreshadowing to later events rather than set up for a flashback.
Ah.
I actually think that was probably in terms of smarter to do.
Interesting. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was a dream in the beginning or a flashback, because I was like, wait, was he wearing the same shirt? Like, I feel like he wasn't, but. All right.
Coincidentally, the Birmingham High School in Lake Balboa, California, used in the film was the actual high school that star Billy Warlock graduated from a decade earlier.
Oh shit! Nice.
Huh.
This motherfucker was 28. Wow. Wasn't he supposed to? Was he in? He was supposed to be in high school in this, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's
I mean,
a tall.
What kind of fucked up is it still worked for me. I don't know why I was like age deceived on that, but man, I don't know. 18-year-olds
That
in
means-
the 80s still look
so that
fucking
means-
old.
So he was 22 when he did Halloween 2, and he looks like he's fucking 12 in that shot.
When he was Boombox Kid?
Yes. Like, go back and watch that. That is definitely not a 21, 22-year-old kid.
Couldn't.
I don't know. Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, we'll just assume that this is wrong because I don't think. Shit, I don't know. Somebody pull up his bio. See when he was born.
I got
Continue.
it.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Bob.
Playboy playmate Devin DeVasquez said in an interview that she was used to posing nude on camera, but never filmed a sex scene before, so she was nervous about it. Then she found out that Billy Warlock, the other actor in the scene, was more uptight about it than she was. He was hesitant to show his bare ass during his sex scene, as it was scripted. Luckily, the scene was scheduled late in production, and he was able to refuse the shot without being fired. He jokingly claimed he does not have a nice butt.
I'm sorry, man, but like, bro, the girl was literally topless doing her thing on top of you in camera, and you can't show your ass. Come on, homie. Like, it's just a man butt, dude. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody was going to pay me to show my ass on camera, I'd be like, fuck yeah, dude, let's do it.
Hell yeah.
It's gross and it's hairy, but I'll fucking, if you're going to pay me, all right, whatever.
Let me scrub the dingleberries off first.
Fucking A, man, I'll take a quick shot.
Billy Warlock and Ben Meyerson, who played enemies in the film, actually became good friends during the shoot.
You know what, Gene? We totally did not talk about that whole weird sunscreen fucking scene on the beach. That was. Isn't that where we first get the Mongoloid mom?
Yes,
It is.
because he runs face to tits into her.
Yeah, he does, dude. Like a fucking brick wall. I just love those two kids fucking army crawling though on the side of them because you're just like, what the fuck are these little assholes doing, dude? Oh.
Okay, as previously mentioned, the exterior shots of the hospital were filmed at the same Morningside hospital used in Halloween 2, which Billy Warlock and his father and brother all appeared in.
Oh,
Dick
wow.
Warlock portrayed the iconic Michael Myers character. His son Lance portrayed the boy with the boombox. So his brother was the boombox boy. And Billy
Okay.
appeared as a teenager named Craig. Okay, there we go.
I was like, wait a
Craig,
minute,
that
that's
makes no
not
sense.
fucking him. Okay, so yeah,
Craig.
Lance is him. It says Craig, but there's no pictures of him. So I was like, that makes no sense. But anyway, yeah, continue.
The cast features 2 alumni of the Friday the 13th franchise. Heidi Kozak was in Part 7, and David Wiley appeared in Part 3.
Okay.
Yes, he did.
Which girl was she in part 7? Was she the one that went nude skinny dipping and got killed?
Yes,
okay.
that's her.
That's what I thought, but I was not 100% sure.
Yeah, and if you remember in my notes, she proudly claimed that she's never done a nude scene in any movie, but she clearly did that one. It wasn't all her body double.
Yeah.
No, because you see her. Yeah, dude. Like, absolutely. You know what, though? It's because you hear her talk less in that one compared to this. So that's why I was just like.
How weird was it that she just completely disappeared halfway into the movie? Like, after
Was
he...
she at that party, though, for him? Wasn't she in the jacuzzi, or was I mistaken? Because you remember when he went to the party that he was supposedly, like, getting thrown for or got invited to, whatever?
No, she wasn't there.
Who was the girl in the jacuzzi? Was that his sister?
I thought that was his sister.
Okay, because there was definitely somebody he focused on in the jacuzzi, and I thought it was the girlfriend, and that's when he was like, and then turned around, and that's when he saw Chris or whatever it is.
I don't know, because you'd think if she was there, she would have been with him, though.
No, because that was after they split, because she gave him shit in the hallway for, like, you know, not aligning with her interest and shit. So I was just like, oh, maybe she snubbed him, dude, and was just like, you know, went up to that taller dude and was like, yo, can I come to your party? You know what I mean? I don't know. There was definitely somebody he looked at in that fucking hot tub because they showed it twice. And then
I think
that's
it
when
was
he
the
got
sister.
like, that's when he like sighed, turned around, and he ran into Clarissa or whatever the hell her name is. But anyway,
Okay, Judy Aronson was originally cast as Clarissa Carlin. Devin DeVasquez said it had been between her and Aronson, but they didn't think she had enough experience, so they chose Aronson. But in the first couple of days of filming, something happened between Aronson and the director, and they fired her.
it was
they
the nude scene.
might have been, but she has not had any trouble doing nude scenes.
Oh,
No.
yeah,
She did nude scenes in Part 4 and in this movie she did called The Sleeping Car, which is a horror movie. I don't remember much about it.
Is it a horror movie? What are we talking about?
It is. So they brought in DeVasquez. Heidi Kozak was considered for the roles of Clarissa and Jenny before being cast as Shauna.
Shauna. Honestly, man, even though blondes are my type, dude, when she came rolling up in that dress and the cowboy boots and the Trans Am, I was like, yo, man, I feel like this girl just kind of won my heart a little bit.
Yeah. It's like,
Call me a sucker for that 80s shtick, but man, I don't know, man. I'm just for it.
I just like Heidi Kozak. She's
I'm like,
Yeah.
listen, dude, I
not bad.
I
She
fuck-
still looks good.
oh, I bet, dude.
The original script had a different finale where the secret society was revealed as a cult that was out to sacrifice Billy for its own crazy reasons. Brian Usna, however, wanted a much more fantastic revelation, so he and makeup artist Screaming Mad George came up with the idea of the society being monstrous creatures that ate the lower class.
Yeah, I like that. The cult would have just been kind of like, that might have been. Would they have still went with the sex thing if it was just a cult?
I
'Cause
think
then
they
they're really
would've.
just
Probably.
Then they're really just fucking, and that's I don't know that might be worse. Like I thought it was bad when they were fucking, and then you're just like, oh, they're weirdly like just absorbing into each other, and like,
It's the blood orgy from Woodland Critter Christmas.
Oh my fucking
Hail
God,
Satan!
it is, dude. You know, I'm
Hail Satan!
trying to think this whole time, and I didn't ask, but I was like, has South Park done a parody of the shunting? Because I swear to God they have.
They
And
probably
maybe that's what it is,
probably.
dude. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
They might have.
At
I
first,
need
I
to
was
wa-
thinking of Back to the Pile, but I was like, that's kind of that, but that's not really.
I need to watch
But-
that. I need to watch that episode now. Hail Satan!
No, that's a Christmas. That's Christmas episode.
That's-
Yeah, but that
couple more
part of the
months.
episode is just like, oh,
That's
it's
a couple more
so
months.
fucked up.
This is Halloween time, so let's see. For Halloween episodes, you would have like the quest to the video store where he's got to return to the porn.
Oh yeah,
Butters is like, give me my precious. What the fuck was
Precious.
what was it? Was it Big Booty Hole 7 or something like
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
That's 9.
Was it Backdoor Sluts 9? Backdoor Sluts 9. That makes Backdoor Sluts 8 look like Backdoor Sluts 7. Oh,
Hello there,
good old
children.
South Park, dude.
Okay, continue. The shot of Clarissa contorted in bed was achieved using Devin DeVasquez and one of her friends, who was buried under the covers with her legs exposed. The two were placed at such an angle that it appears to be Clarissa's body twisted in a strange position.
I probably
See,
feel
but-
nice.
So you think that means that the girl's face was like right at her crotch?
Yeah,
probably.
We're gonna say yes. Don't ruin it.
Maybe. I'm gonna go with sure.
Yeah.
It's just too weird if your girl could actually contort like that.
Yeah.
Be like, yo, I get titties and ass all in the same shot.
Okay, Tim Bartel's acting during his shunting death scene was so disturbing that the director had to scale it back in editing to make it less intense.
Now, who is that?
The kid that was getting
Yeah,
eaten.
the kid that got
Oh,
fisted.
Yeah, I mean, seeing his face definitely just made me go, "Yo, I feel."
Yeah, but at the
so
same
bad
time,
for
like,
you."
how could you not laugh when the judge's hand came out his like mouth and like squished his fucking like rubber ass head? Like, I don't know, that was just funny at that point.
It was.
yeah, still disturbing.
Okay, so finally, Scottish comic book company Rough Cut
What?
Comics acquired the comic book rights to Society in 2002, producing an official sequel. The comic book series then again returned in 2003 with Society Party Animal by writer Colin Barr and artists Shelby Robertson and Neil Cameron.
I kind of want to find that.
So we did talk about how there's only 2 kills in this, obviously, and they were both fisting. So like the first one I obviously get because like, you know, the rich always fuck the poor, and that's literally you know, that's a literal thing right there. On top would just suck off of them pretty much, or not suck them off. Phrasing.
Phrasing.
No. But anything else, Chad Daddy?
That's it, buddy.
That's it. Well, thank you kindly for that, sir.
My pleasure.
All right, homies, where do we fucking watch this shit?
Plexi, whatever it was.
Flex.
It was Plex.
I watched it on Crackle.
So I thought I was on Crackle because I was very confused, but it's Plex plays shit from Crackle, which is
Yes.
weird.
So was it Screambox or no? I don't know. I went through Amazon Prime, but it screamed something,
Screenbox.
and
You're right.
it was playing. It said Crackle. So
Yeah, that's what mine did too. That's why I was confused. I was like, I thought this was Plex, and Jen's like, it is, and I'm like, it says Crackle at the bottom of the screen. What the fuck? So that's why I texted you guys. I'm
I
like,
was confused.
not that it even matters, but I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, dude? Am I on this or am I on that?
So yeah, Screambox. That's where I was.
Box. All right, interesting. Haven't heard that one used yet. I don't feel too much. Douche of the film. Everybody,
Literally everybody except for
Yeah,
three
yeah.
even the main
Yeah, but I think
character's
Ted-
kind of douchey sometimes.
at time.
Yeah, but I think Ted was a lot more douchier than any of them.
No, I'm going with the
Ted's
therapist.
the tall dude, right?
The one that got fucking flipped inside out.
Well, yeah, because Ted was like that. He was your atypical jock douchebag. Like,
Yeah.
There's always that one dude from the 80s. He's always the best skier on the mountain, something, you know. Whatever, dude.
You know, so I'm going with the psychiatrist though.
I mean, Ted was kind of the most dickbag version. Although he was and he wasn't, because he did try to like offer truce to him, and then our main character pretty much just spat back in his face.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm just gonna go with the society as a whole, dude. Fuck the rich.
That's what I'm saying. All of them.
I'm good, dude. All right. Favorite kill. So fisting 1 or fisting 2? I'm gonna go with fisting 1.
I'm going fist.
I like fisting 2 because
Fisting too.
Fisting
Yeah.
2
Fuck
better?
Ted.
All right.
Yeah, because fuck Ted.
All right.
Fisting 1 was funnier.
Fisting 1 was
fisting 2.
dirtier though.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh.
It was.
It was a little Bill Clinton style with the cigar, just fucking
Yeah, call me daddy.
fucking A, bro. And he just ran that fist, dude. All right, best scene, boys.
the shunting.
Yeah, for real. It was.
Yeah.
The shunting or the sex scene.
All right. Hot take. I like it.
You know, I'm gonna go with the sex scene because they got really fucking sweaty. Both of them.
She was just slimy.
Well,
They
yeah,
both
but I feel
were.
like the society always gets sweaty. But yeah, he was definitely moist too. But was she just dripping on him?
Gene said the
Yeah,
end.
right. When it ends. We've said that before. When
I'm
it ended.
gonna go with the sex scene or the end. Oh, we lost Bobby.
We lost Bobby.
Oh, shit. Mr. Ramone.
Bobby!
All right, we'll get him back. Oh, you know what? I could probably take Brody down now. That's confusing me with the there. All right, we'll go back to best scene when Bob gets here. So worst moment or scene. Worst moment or scene.
The whole scene where he walks in on his parents and his sister and they're all together, but most especially when the dad's
Which
face
scene?
came out at the end.
The end scene. Okay.
And the whole face coming out of the ass, that was just so terrible to me. It was just so overly cheesy and unnecessary. It was
You know what it was? You know what it was? Hold on. All right. So Bob, while we got you back, what was your favorite or what was your best scene, bud?
Oh, the whole shunting, because that was just the most disgusting shit.
All right, makes sense. All right, so now we're on worst moment of scene. All right, so going back. So Chad Daddy, you were saying
Yeah, the ass face. Hated it.
it was very Ginger Dead Man.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
That's the best way to say
I
it.
forgot about that fucking movie. Oh my god.
God.
Especially,
So many bad memories.
It's so
just
Ginger
flood in
Dead
my
Man,
head.
dude.
especially when he's like, "Hey Billy," and then he just farts, and I'm like, God, no,
See, you
no.
know what?
Stop.
I'm sorry. I'm too much of a child.
I
I
thought it was
laugh.
funny.
I
I
laugh.
laughed.
See,
too.
Scoobs and I are on the children's side of this. Like,
No,
I
I
have
laughed
a very-
too.
I have a very childish sense of humor, and that just was not funny.
oh my god,
The best
it
part.
was-
The best part of that though is where he just went.
like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's stupid as fuck, and I will fully agree on that. But it's still like, I don't know. It's so stupid that I laughed.
that,
you know?
that was the worst. Hated that.
Worst scene.
I would probably have to. Well, it's part of the shunting scene, but I for me, the worst scene is just how the judge is just way too into it. And I say worst because I'm just like, I don't like how you're looking right now, sir. No.
I'm honestly trying to think. I'm not gonna agree with Chad Daddy, honestly. I think I'm just gonna go with that one. Okay, so did the opening scene hook us in?
Well, the opening scene had kind of a weird
I think the
shunting
opening-
thing going on over the background.
I was disgusted but curious, so I guess
Yeah.
Yes.
And the most disgusted, like, ew, what is this?
Yeah.
It's like a bad accident. You just like, you know, you don't want, you know, you shouldn't look, but you're gonna look. Okay, most attractive character.
Fucking
Oh.
Clarissa.
Clarissa was cutie.
Yeah.
Chad Daddy, you going
I
part
don't-
7?
I think, but the sister was kind of cute too, tiny titties and all.
I mean, they're pretty much the same build, and
But I think I'll go with the part 7 girl.
I mean, the mom had some titties on her, but
Mm,
Eh.
she was kind of she
Those-
was
those
like
got-
she was 80s haggard mom a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
That also got disturbed when I saw her form when they're in the bedroom. Like, yep.
And she was probably only 40. Remember, people aged differently back in the 80s.
true.
40s then and 40s now are not the
They
same.
are.
No.
Man, if you did stuff with the mom daughter mix at the end, you would just be fucking the daughter's mouth as the mom's pussy. Like, is that what's going on there? Okay.
Essentially.
You'd be like, no,
That's a hell
you're
of
like,
a
Mom-
blowjob right
you're like,
there.
Mom, your mouth pussy is fantastic. That's so wrong. Clip that. Whoop. All right.
Flip it. And if you flip it, you're making out with the daughter and fucking.
Yeah,
her
so
mom's mouth.
I guess that what? Yeah, I guess it kind of works
So if
either
you
way.
make out,
Would that be count as eating her
I was
out?
just gonna say, if you're kissing the sister, kissing the daughter, would you be eating out the mom?
Or are you eating her ass? What's the word?
Uh,
Is it like
this
a mouth to mouth connection, like a cat
See,
dog
this is
situation,
this is
dude?
too complex.
Oh,
By the way,
fuck.
Too
Big Johnny,
complex.
did you?
Look, Bobby's the only one that could reach both mouths at that point. So,
It's gonna
did
come
you-
out like that hand, just
and like the hand is Bobby's.
That
cock.
reminded me. Did you turn on the subtitles for this movie?
yes, of course,
Dude,
bro.
it literally like didn't
like
even
squelching.
subtitle half of it.
No, it didn't, dude.
Like there
It
were
was
complete
weird.
lines that it didn't even subtitle.
It's all right. It didn't even need it.
They're like, nobody's gonna watch this.
It didn't even need it. All right. I'm gonna say Clarissa, dude, because she was damn fine.
Yeah. Mhm.
And she just had that little bit like darker appeal.
She is
like
not
you
hot
just-
anymore though.
No,
I was looking her up on Instagram.
That's a shame.
not a fine.
She's 60. She's 60.
Hey,
You know,
there are plenty of women at 60 that still look.
Oh
good.
no. I agree.
Yes.
I agree. But she is
Not one of them.
60.
That's fair. You say that like she's like Golden Girl 60.
She looks Golden Girl 60.
Ah.
Wait. Betty White Golden Girls or like
Dorothy.
See, I would.
with Blanche's personality,
I was gonna say Blanche.
Oh no.
bro.
Oh.
Like you wouldn't be messing around with Blanche if you were at the fucking home at that.
He's got
You
a
know,
point.
okay, when I was young,
Blanche
Look,
would have been showing you a fucking thing.
when
bro.
I was a kid, I fucking had the biggest crush on Blanche. And I don't know why.
she
and
was
I
dirty
watch
as
it now,
fuck, bro.
and I'm like, what the fuck was wrong with my fucking prepubescent brain? Because I had the hugest crush on Blanche.
Because you were dirt. Because you
You were a dirty
you
young
can
man.
already tell that. Well, yeah, because you were.
She had that.
prepubescent young
She
man.
had that. She had that sexy Southern belle accent.
It was the
too.
southern. It was the
It was
southern
that,
shit.
but she was dirty. She was fucking dirty hard.
Just remember, she treats her body like a temple.
Dude, she had a new man like every episode, and thus they like gave her like a solid boyfriend for like a week.
She-
Naked picture of PR. Yes! Oh my god, dude. Fucking best line. Oh my god.
oh wow, B. Arthur naked. Nice.
There's a movie I haven't watched in a fucking minute.
Same.
Much better one than this. Fucking A. All right. Let's see. Most director. Did the score set the mood, boys?
Oh my god, no, the score was absolutely terrible, and especially the shunting scene. It was like
no.
Yeah, that felt
it was
weird.
like it was like circus comedic music. It was.
But I think that's
I
why
was-
it was. That's why I was trying to stick with that comedic
I
tone. 'cause
hated
I-
it.
Yeah, with the comedic
I feel like
aspect
if they
of it,
went
yeah.
too serious with it, everybody would just be like, "This is wrong." Like, no,
No,
I don't know.
The music did not.
It didn't set the mood for me, so I'm going no.
All right, I'll agree just to keep going.
I agree.
I don't think we had a song, did we?
I didn't.
All right, let's
Mm,
get that.
no.
Throw it in the trash. Favorite character, boys. Favorite character. I'm gonna go with Mongoloid Mom
Oh my god!
because I don't fucking know who else.
Fuck.
I was gonna.
I'm gonna agree. Mongoloid Mom was funny.
I was gonna
she
pick
like,
her or the girlfriend that was like, "Fuck it, I'm out," and she just disappeared halfway through the movie.
I'm
Dark
actually
hair,
gonna go with
dumb.
her because you know something.
that-
She made the best decision out of all of
She
it.
did.
But see, and that's why I'm also wondering if she was at the party because her friend, who we never fucking really got an introduction to, was there spying on him with Clarissa, and then all of a sudden you see her go away, and then that's when her and his ex show up at you know what I mean? Because they were like, "Oh, I hope you had a good fuck," blah blah blah. Like she never even talked. I don't think did she? Like she just was like looking there, and then she was like in the next.
Actually, had like
scene.
one or two lines, and that was it.
All
Yeah,
right, maybe it was enough to not be rememberable. I can tell you that.
No.
All right, boys. Was it scary? Yeah.
no,
no, just disturbing. The shunting.
Boring.
That's about it.
disturbing but not scary.
See, honestly, I feel like with this question, would be like, was it disgusting? Yes.
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 Yes, it was. It was that. It's like when they get the vats of oil and just dumping on people like that. Like that just
You know what it is? Did you ever watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Well, yeah, but
Okay.
a lot of it, not
When-
all of it.
When Frank fucking like
the
dousing
couch.
himself in fucking sanitizer.
Oh wait, yeah.
And he's crawling on the fucking floor, and he's like fucking just covered in slime and shit. That's what this
Yep,
was.
that is it. I quote that. My favorite line from that is like, dude, when I'm dead, just throw me in the trash. I don't
Throw
fucking
me in the trash.
I'm like, seriously, man.
Oh, they have a thing going on for charity right now. It's $10,000. You get to drink with the cast of It's Always Sunny, and they will be in character while you're fucking drinking with them.
I couldn't handle that.
That sounds like
I
And it's
couldn't
all the-
handle that,
And
bro.
I would be in heaven. I would be fucking in heaven.
I couldn't
Crow eggs.
handle that, bro. That would be.
Crow milk. It's crow milk.
You remember a couple weeks ago during the strike, like, I think Cameron posted in the group chat, but it was like there was all the celebrities like offering different services and shit like that.
I remember that.
Did you see fucking what's his name from Parks and Rec was doing dog walking? And they're like, no,
What?
no, you missed your opportunity. You need a one-on-one calzone dinner. Why the fuck you didn't sell that instead of fucking dog
Oh my
walking?
God, we haven't had
Because
a
he was doing dog walking
Really?
$1,000 an hour. I was like, first of all, go fuck yourselves. Secondly, I was like, if you were like, $1,000 and it does go to charity, but for like a 1 hour calzone sit down dinner, I'm like, all right, in.
Some of those were really cool. That now I'm gonna have to go back.
Some of them were cool. I will say some of them I thought were a little kind of like,
chat, right?
what's that?
That was in the Gore and More chat.
No, that was in the Project Louder.
Was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Cameron from Beetle Bros. He posted it was a couple weeks ago. Maybe it wasn't that far. Maybe it was like only a week ago.
Oh, hold on, where's the
Now that the
project?
strike's
Okay.
done, give me Mortal Kombat 2. Come on. Anyways, all right. Does this hold up today? Well, you boys didn't like it. Well,
I
know
didn't
Ted
like
didn't.
it, but the themes hold up today.
Theme actually probably holds
Yes,
up
the
better than
theme.
ever now.
But the
President Trump, he used to shunt.
Everyone.
let's have a party.
You know what? I was gonna ask: is this the shit that was what's his name from InfoWars? Was he talking about at the secret shit that goes down? Have you ever heard him talk about that shit, dude? Like before he
Yeah.
really went off the deep end.
Yeah.
Like this was pre-frogs turning gay kind of shit, but like he actually talked about how there's this society of elites, dude, and they have this whole thing where they just do this whole triage, and there's a lot of weird as fuck shit. And then I've heard about that same thing on a different like talk show, but the guy who was talking about that was from the Satanic Church, who goes to that, and it's like, that's an interesting aspect to take from it. Yeah, right. That's kind of almost a somewhat supernatural topic. Somewhat. All right. Acting, we all kind of said was meh, but I feel like some of it was supposed to be so fake because these people are fake.
Yeah.
So maybe it was good.
It's just below middle of the road, just below.
I was personally fine with it.
I think it worked. It was fine. Like I said, it was like watching a fucking episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah, with some really
titties.
gross orgy scene at the end. It's
Yes.
disgusting. Fucking A, bro. All right. Cinematography.
Terrible.
I think it was cool in the shunting scene, but the rest of the movie
Okay,
was
that I'll give you, but the fight after the shunting scene had
That was
this
horrible.
really fucking weird.
That was
filter.
terrible, dude. Well, like, even just like the pan shots on that, dude, like when they're just like, I don't know. It was bad. It was really bad.
Yeah, nothing to write home.
But you said this was used in his first movie, right?
Mhm.
Not that he's a cinematographer, but he's learning the ropes to go with what he needs. Did we like the premise?
yes.
I did.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
I did.
We've
like
had
it,
a multitudes of stories like this before, but I don't know.
I'm sitting here looking at my show notes and I see Scuba Steve's name just going all over the shit.
Yeah, I saw it too. All right, and was the climax satisfying? Which honestly, that question is possibly the best for this fucking movie. I mean,
I'm gonna say no. It was
No.
not because
For me.
it was the climax, and then the movie fucking ended like almost immediately.
the climax
So-
would
It
be
ended
the
up-
full shunting, right?
it
Like, that's
almost-
what we're talking, or no?
Well, no, the climax was the fight scene.
That would
Which
be
was
the
horrible.
climax.
Yeah.
All right. I was gonna say if the climax
And-
starts with the shunting, I would say questionable. But if it's after the fact,
No, it's after.
although he did kill Dan, so that was kind of nice.
Ted.
Was that his name?
Ted,
Dan or
sorry,
Ted?
Ted.
I thought it was Ted. It's a 3-letter name. It's
Yeah,
fucking
I would
doesn't
say
matter.
close enough. Seems like a
Yeah,
Dan.
pretty much.
But yeah, it does kind of end a little half-ass. Just
It's
like
mediocre.
they got away. It's like, no, man, you know those class of people would be hunting them motherfuckers down, dude.
And there was a fuck ton of people. Somebody would have fucking stopped it. He had one gun.
I'm honest. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I expected fire to come into the end of this scene here.
So did
I was
I.
like, no, well, they're all shunting, dude. Why don't you just fucking throw a torch on their
Burn
ass?
it like the thing.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, seriously.
That's what.
Molotov cocktail.
Yeah, right. Just, whew. You're gonna take some of them out. You know what I mean?
See, now I would have loved to have heard the noise that would have made.
A lot of squelching.
Squelching.
All right, recycle, rewind, remake, reboot. You know what, man? I'm gonna recycle this shit. Well, what if we
I'm gonna
what if we
rewind
remake
and
it?
remake
I would remake.
and go a little bit more on the psychological,
What if we remake and take
How I
out
said-
take out the comedy and make it straight horror?
straight horror. Focus on the fucking mental side of it a little bit more.
But does it become too
where-
much the thing if it's straight horror towards the end? You know what I mean? Like,
I think if there's a remake, a little bit more shunting, like maybe a little more graphic shunting, but then the end one is kind of like this. It's not bloody. It's not.
maybe allude to it. Maybe you see the parents and the daughter shunting at home on their own time, and like
and he passes out or some shit.
he just catches a glimpse of it, like as he's walking by a door, and he's like, "What the fuck was that?" And goes back, and they're like,
He walks
all
past.
bleeding.
He walks past the bedroom door, and all he hears is squelching.
Yeah, like I feel like you definitely need. I mean, we got what, because he saw his sister's back like moving around, so he got that, and then he saw his sister's twisted body, and then he obviously felt his Clarissa's twisted body. But that, I don't know. I feel like maybe something a little bit more like concrete for him. But like Steve said, you know, it was trying to keep him on the crazy track. So, all right.
But even as concrete as it could be, it could still keep him on that crazy track.
I don't know if I want to remake this or not. I
I say
really don't, dude.
Recycle.
I would. I'm gonna rewind and remake.
Yeah, recycle for me.
I'll agree with Lord on this.
You know what? I would remake it if Yuzna wanted to try to give it an actual second go with now that he's had a lot of more shit under his career and see what he could do with it.
Okay.
Nah, give it a Rob Zombie.
Oh,
I'm just fucking playing. I'm just fucking playing.
I mean, that'd basically be his version of the Blob that he wanted to do anyway.
actually, yeah. The blob people.
How would that work? Rob Zombie's well, I mean, 31 kind of had a whole like rich classist kind of thing, but that obviously not to the same like status as this, but be interesting. All right, boys, let's rate this bitch. Brody, start us off with a deuce point deuce. Bob, what do you got, bud?
I'm gonna give it a 2.6,
2.6.
and I like it, but I'll get 2.6.
Scuba,
I'm gonna be high here. I'm giving it a 3.
3. Shad Daddy,
I had it set in my mind already coming into this, and it was the exact same score as the DKB, 2.2.
2.2. Honestly, higher than I expected you to give it, buddy.
I don't hate it as much as I hated like Amityville 3 or anything like that, or
Is it?
Stanhouse.
Are you standing like on how Brody's like where the practical effects still kind of saves it a little bit? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
And
fine.
and you got to give props to Yuzna. He's done some fantastic movies since then.
All right, and I'm gonna go right in the middle. I'm gonna go with 2.5 because I still enjoyed this movie. It wasn't a perfect fucking movie. I don't know if I'll ever watch it again. Probably not. So
I will.
I mean, like 10 years down the road, if somebody's like, "Hey, want to watch this?" I'll be like, "All right, whatever." All right, so let's divide this bitch by 5. Oh, that's a 2.5
Nice.
for 1989 or 1992, one whatever Society. Brian used the Society. That's all you need to know. All right, Chad Daddy, what are we doing next week? I was all messed up
Next
stat,
week,
so.
Scuba Steve called it. We are going to space.
Woo!
We are
Yeah,
putting the
that's-
nail in the coffin and doing our final Friday the 13th movie. We are doing Jason X.
We are jumping the shark.
That is, oh man, this is going to be a fun one.
Yeah,
We're
it's
not
gonna be
doing
fun.
reboot. Was
We're not
reboot
doing-
after everything? Maybe.
Nope. Maybe after everything.
Okay. Oh, does that mean we're gonna have to reboot, or we're gonna have to do fucking 2010 Nightmare?
No.
Ew.
Ooh,
No.
You know what? I
No.
almost kind of want us to review
Even if-
that just so we can
no.
jump on that. That might be the
If
best.
we-
That might be the worst movie
we-
to take.
Next year we have to do Elm Street so that way we can finally knock out Freddy versus Jason.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like after Freddy vs. Jason, are we doing the 2 reboots?
We could.
We can. Let's do the reboots. Fuck them. Fuck it. We'll do the reboots, and we will just shit all over what they did to my boy Freddy.
Yeah, we'll revisit it and reshoot. Shit. Maybe I'll stay awake this time.
You know what? I
That's
will
fine.
try to make as many like good counterpoints as I can. So there'll be like 3 of them. But all right, yeah, that'll be for a few future. So I wanted to throw this out, and I've never really done this, but I've heard other shows do this shit. So fuck it. I have an email set up for this show. It was for our Instagram, which I know I'm terrible with. But any listeners, if you guys, let's say you have requests or suggestions or something like that, shoot us an email. I'm gonna throw up the thing right here again.
If
But
I
it's
see
just
this again, I'm going to throw up.
fucking right. But yeah, the email is GNM, so goreandmorepod@gmail.com. So yeah, fucking just send us a request. Because you know what, man? I figured maybe next year I'd probably give up a good handful of slots and I would like either do friends or fan picks.
I would love to hear.
and
I
fill
would
those
love
spots.
to hear. I would love to hear from fans that we don't interact with as much as we have.
Yes.
Like,
That's what I'm hoping for.
we've
That's what I
done
figured
Brody-
maybe.
We've done Heather picks. I'm sure we've done maybe 1 or 2 that Gene wanted. I want to hear from people that we don't really know personally.
No, and that's fine. I mean, obviously, yes, dude. All credit to all you guys that show up in the chat for sure. And that's still not saying that I won't take your picks because, like I said, I don't mind giving up my picks because, dude, sometimes it's more fun watching shit that other people are choosing for me to watch than me something to choose myself.
And that takes a lot of pressure off of us trying to pick movies anyway.
Fucking A, it does, bro. I was thinking about it today. I was like, yo, man, if we just do a whole year of fan fucking flicks, that'd be
Dude,
so easy.
No,
for the
I
rest.
had a hilarious idea the other day. So
Gene already says Carnival of Souls. He's calling
I
it.
thought this would really be scraping the bottom of the barrel because Pluto TV
Mm-hmm.
has all these different channels, and they have a channel that's nothing but asylum movies.
Oh man,
Could you imagine doing?
you're
a
gonna
whole
jump. You're gonna
Asylum?
jump from trauma to asylum, bro. We've only done one trauma film, haven't we?
Bloodhook?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think we've done any other traumas.
No, we
We do
have.
Terra Firma.
Surf Nazis must die.
Could you imagine that a whole year of like
Zombie
lava
strippers.
tarantula and 5-headed shark attack?
Jesus Christ.
I don't know if I can
Yeah.
do that, dude.
I- yeah, I
I'd be
don't-
like,
I
hey
don't know,
boys,
really.
I'm not gonna be able to make
I'd
it
be
on
like,
the
bro,
next
you
six
need to
shows.
throw me. You need to throw me at least a solid B movie every month, so I have something to be like. Oh, thank God.
That's like a year of MST3K movies.
Like, I'm tired of eating ramen all fucking year. Give me some goddamn steak.
Yeah, seriously. Wow.
beef or
But yeah,
chicken.
I saw that. And that just inspired me. Like, oh my god, like you guys would kill me, but I just had to throw it out there because that would be too funny.
So Gene said unspeakable. I've never heard of unspeakable. Gene, we will catch us down. There's something closer towards the end of the year that I want to actually get. But like I said, anybody listening, email us, gnmpod@gmail.com. I'll get that. Or hit us on the Instagram, Gore and More Podcast. Message us if you got us on Facebook or whatever the fuck. Let us know, man. Hit up Gore and More Discussion. That's open too. There's a lot of different channels that you can throw this shit out that we can easily fucking get it and make our list. I'm not trying to like rush on anything, but it is getting close to the end of the year, and that's shit
I've
that we
already
got
done
it.
I was already thinking about it.
Exactly, dude. Because I know we still got to fill in some shit for this year, but shit, man, before we fucking know it, we're gonna be in November and then fucking December, and then we're in our new year and we need a whole new list.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
yes, sir.
we are booked up to the end of November, but December is like wide fucking open.
Which we already said, no
And I
Christmas
know-
movies.
And we have a podcast. Christmas Day is a Monday, so
No, we
that's
don't.
gotta be approved.
No, we
No,
don't.
not that day.
That is we are going. I'll fucking dude. We'll just take it off. We don't even need to do a show. It's Christmas.
Yeah.
It can hold off for 1 week off, and I think it'll be okay.
Do you want to do one on New Year's Day?
New Year's Day? Yeah, I don't give a shit about New Year's Day.
Yeah, New Year. I could do it New Year. Yeah, that day.
You know what New Year's Eve is to me? The only balls I'm watching drop are fucking playing Halo, bro, because I don't give a flying shit.
We try and watch the ball drop with the kids. They're usually still up. And that's like, fuck it, let's go do our own shit.
Yeah, like
This will be the first New Year's that I'm not working.
Oh.
It's on a Sunday, Monday, so I'm good.
there you go. Yeah,
I'll
New
be
Year's
off.
Day
So.
is I'll be off from work, but I'm absolutely like, yeah, that's not a holiday to me. Christmas Day is that is a dedicated. Yeah, no, there's nothing.
I
don't
might be
even wanna try to-
hungover on.
But I
Go
wouldn't
ahead.
even want to try to like plan an episode to play that day because A, what's the fucking point? And B, dude, that week's gonna be busy as fuck already. So I already know
Yeah.
I wouldn't have the time. And I'm sure
Yeah,
you
it's
homies
gonna
would
be
be
Christmas
the same
Day.
way.
Christmas, everybody's gonna be spending time with family. You know,
Fucking A, dude.
everybody's gonna be.
My kids are grown and one's a baby, so I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Now I will say I do always get to a certain point on Christmas Day where it's like that 6 o'clock-ish point where I'm like, I'm kind of done with everybody.
I'm
It's
done with
kinda
family.
just-
Yep.
Yep. It's so maybe.
Maybe. Well, like I'm saying, and if you boys don't want to do it, like I said, I don't give a fuck. Like
I'm not-
my kids are grown.
Maybe we just shoot for a little bit later of a time spot. Give everybody that little like fluff time. Maybe
don't know,
start at
'cause
7. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know because I've got work the next day, so who knows?
No.
And that's
Yeah,
fine. And if you can't make it on, you can't
Right,
make it on.
yeah.
But John, if you're down, I'm down.
you still got 2 months.
I'm
You still
down.
got 2 months to plan this shit.
I'm
dude.
I'm gonna be off, so I can do it. If you do it later, I got no complaints. But let's get it solid when we get close, I guess.
All right. So Jason X next week. Very excited. Was there any nerd news, boys?
Lots. Fucking NECA and Trick or Treat Studios dropped so many fucking new figures that they're coming out with, and holy shit, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre scene where they're at the table figures.
Oh, that should look cool as fuck, bro.
I was about to say, do you want a
there's
list?
Terrifier figures. There's Terrifier figures that are coming out.
Yep.
Terrifier 2. What else did I see?
There's a bunch
New
of them.
House of 1,000
Oh,
Corpses, 12-inch.
House of a Thousand Corpses. The old school costumes we used to wear back in the 80s.
That is the one I think is really cool.
Those are fucking
Wait,
cool.
what? Really?
Yeah. Oh,
Like the
we
old
also
like
have a-
plastic face mask?
Yeah, the old
Plastic
the old
face,
Yeah.
they're coming out with figures. They're coming out with figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck off, dude.
We also have a Dr. Loomis figure, and Rob Zombie's Halloween. Michael Myers is coming.
Yes. That I think they said that one's going to be a 1/16 scale figure.
Yeah, so is the Loomis. We also
Yeah.
have from them for the regular sized figures Goosebumps series.
Yep.
And we also have Trick or Treat Sam. They're making a life size, if I'm correct, it looks like a life size doll of him. We got Killer Clowns coming from them. Hold on. And we also have Bubba from Day of the Dead. Along
Really?
with the 2 other characters from Day of the Dead they're doing. Hold on. And yes, like they have the tables, the dinner table set of Chainsaw. They also have the killing version of Leatherface, killing mask version. Yeah, they got so much shit coming out. And then NECA has hold on, I'm gonna pull them up right now. So NECA now has coming London After Midnight, the Ultimate Professor Edward C. Burke figure. Nosferatu is coming out soon. They also announced for two.
Well, who keeps hitting the light switch? Nosferatu.
The Toonie Terrors? They have DC Comics, the classic Joker, coming for Toonie Terrors.
What? Why would he be Toonie Terrors?
I mean, his-
That's comic. That's not horror. Yeah.
Okay, well, I got more horror right here.
That's like this. That's like the fucking new movie Maniacs figures, and one of them is fucking Harry Potter.
Yeah.
We have the new Nun Ultimate figure coming. We got another Chucky coming from season 2, I believe. They got fucking the Harry Warden coming. They got a lot of shit.
No, Harry Warden is out. It's not just coming;
out.
it is on. I'm in a.
Oh, it's out already?
There are people that are finding
out.
it on Target already.
Whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That means I got to go shop and see you boys later.
Yep, he's hitting the shelves now. So
That means, yep, I got to go shop. So there's a lot of toys coming a ton of toys.
Whatever happened with the Bat Gremlin? I thought they were supposed to do that in September.
They did. I got him.
Oh, they did? How did I miss it?
Yeah, I fucking
I was
got
gonna say, I
him.
remember when Scoobs got it.
I don't think you were on that fucking episode.
No, I don't think you were.
Damn.
I got my Christmas tree topper. God damn it!
Yeah. Fucking A. So
I found him at a convention though. I didn't find him out in the wild.
whatever. You still got him.
And the guy, I got him for $50. So.
That's what he's going for, so that's not bad.
Yeah.
So NECA literally just dropped a bomb then. Sweet, dude. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of bombs, apparently in the Dragon Ball world, they're just rebooting GT, but not calling it GT. No. They're calling it Dragon Ball Magic. Have you boys heard of this?
No.
Oh my God. It's everybody's shitting on it. It might not even happen because it's getting pooped on so bad. But it's not actually a full like animated series, which like Super, but this would be a web series that takes place in the middle of Z, pre Majin Buu era, but after Cell, where Goku is training with Grand Kai.
It's canceled. It's canceled. Dragon Ball Magic's already canceled within 24 hours.
That's what they're saying. So, anyways, long story short, Grand Kai and Goku meet up with a demon who turned them into kids, and then they have to go planet hopping to beat up said demon's henchmen and figure out how to get their bodies back to adults. It's literally fucking GT. They tried to fucking pull this shit hard, and it's like nobody wants it. Nobody fucking wants it.
Idiotic idea that is. That's awful.
Everybody knows. Everybody is unanimous on this. Is like one thing where everybody's in one solid like, go fuck yourself. You already did this, and it was terrible then. Don't try to redo it now.
Yeah, don't do that. Bring back fucking Dragon Ball Super. We've been waiting.
Yes, continue Super. You have fucking 5 more years of Magnas to fucking take from. Like, you got storyline. You know what I mean? Fucking A. Don't give us filler Dragon Ball Z episodes that nobody asked for, dude. Like, fuck off. Sorry, that was my nerd rant. I saw this shit, dude. I watched the thing and I was like, what is this garbage, dude? Like, come on. They're like, oh man, you hear what everybody wants is more Super. You know what we're going to give them? This.
We're going to give them shit.
Dragon Ball Magic. Yep. I hope it is canceled, dude. I hope literally they're just like, all right, you know what? Good thing we didn't spend any money on that. We just put the word out.
It sounds like at that point it'd be smart if they did.
Yeah, dude. It would bomb so bad. I'd still watch it just to see how terrible it is. But
I'd watch it and hope they did an abridged version of it.
Oh my God, dude. If abridged came back, it'd be fucking fantastic.
They came back. They did the Boo Saga.
Shut the front door. What?
I've been seeing clips of it on TikTok.
I thought I saw something, but I was like, no way, dude.
Yep. I haven't watched them all, but I did.
I wonder
see
how they got
TikTok.
rid of the copy or got around the copyright shit, because that's what held them up.
I don't fucking know.
Interesting. Awesome.
Hey,
anything else nerdy?
Technically, it falls under the parody category, doesn't it? So they might
See,
be.
and that's what I thought it should. And they even say it's always a parody, blah blah blah. But dude, they were actually getting potentially sued, so that's why they stopped doing their shit. I mean, they were still doing stuff, but they weren't doing the episodes anymore. They were just doing like music videos and shit. You know what I mean? Like
The Cell shit was fucking hilarious.
oh,
The tournament, the fucking tournament shit where they had like different characters come.
yes, all from different animes and shit, dude. Fucking A. Anything else, nerdy boys?
I got nothing.
No, I got nothing. That was it.
Supposedly, I only heard. I haven't read, but supposedly they finally caught Tupac Shakur's murderer.
Yeah. So supposedly, that guy's been saying that he had something to do with it for the longest time, and they just now arrested him.
Doesn't that seem like super
Supposedly.
late? I mean, I guess.
Only by how many years?
Supposedly, he's supposed to implicate fucking P. Diddy in the fucking murder. So we'll see what the fuck happens in that.
I mean, that was always the talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
The West Coast versus the East Coast bullshit, but fucking A, man. All right. So next week, Jason X. I'm sure Well, I know all of us have it on physical, so I won't even.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
But I'm sure you can rent that bitch anywhere off of like Amazon, everything like that. You know what?
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
just look it up just for the fell of it, anyways.
With
Because
it being spooky season, it's going to be on one of the streaming sites for free.
Oh yeah.
Sling Premium, Roku Oh, okay. So Roku, I could watch it on YouTube Premium. Everything else you can rent it on.
I'm
Philo.
surprised.
I don't think I've ever seen that on a streaming site.
It was on
Maybe Netflix.
for a
Obviously, you're
while.
paying for Netflix. I'm just saying like a free one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was on Tubi just a couple months ago.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
It was. Yep.
It must have just bounced off the rights then. Tubi's weird though. You ever notice where they'll be like, "Hey, this movie's leaving in 6 days," and then it literally comes right back, and it's like, "Wait, what the fuck? Why'd you even do that?" Maybe it's just. I wonder if it's just to like boost people to like try to watch it.
My Tubi hasn't been working at all. So anytime something's on Tubi, I'm like, well, I can't watch it. It just doesn't want to work.
Bro, I watched the first 2 Jeepers Creepers last fucking week. I started watching Exorcist 3. I wanted to watch Jeepers Creepers 3 because even though I know it,
No,
I
don't
know
do it.
Listen,
Do it.
I know it's
Don't.
supposed to be terrible, but I've never seen it. And I was like,
John,
after watching the third,
don't.
but I can't because I'm not paying for Hulu Live TV. I'm not paying $80 to watch.
John,
Too good. Don't.
That's
don't.
telling you something. That's telling you don't watch it.
Trust me.
Hey,
Do
to make it even better, though, I did start watching Jeepers Creepers Reborn
Why?
because I want to see how terrible it is.
That's even worse.
It is pretty fucking.
That's like going from shit with perfume on it to going with shit with just more shit on top of it.
I'm just gonna
What
say
up,
though, man.
DJ?
Out of those first 2 original movies, though, man, that second one I still love so much more than the
Oh,
first.
yeah. Part 1 and 2 are great.
Like the first one's good, but the first
Yeah.
one's more like, serial killer based until you get to the end where he's
Yeah.
like, oh, monster. Where the second one's just like, no, fuck off, man. This dude's like, he's got like 1 day to eat everybody, so like he needs to get his shit going. And I don't know, but man, is that such a timepiece for fucking 2004, boy? Woo! Everybody's calling everybody else fucking homophobic remarks and shit and all this other stuff. And I feel at home. I was like, I grew up in that shit. I was like, man,
Xbox 360 lobbies.
bro, fuck man, that was Xbox lobbies, dude. That was college dorm. That was fucking college fucking dorm room shit. Did we do
Have we done Hatchet yet?
Yes, we did 1
Oh, we
and
did.
2. Did we do 3?
I don't remember.
I don't think so.
I know I've
Yeah.
seen 3 because 3 fights Derek Mears.
You know what?
think
We
we did.
didn't do 3 because I went on a tangent after we watched them and watched every single fucking Hatchet.
Now I never watched Victor Crowley, so that's the 4th one. I know we haven't done that.
No.
No, we
I
haven't.
feel like
no.
we have. Did we do 3?
I thought
I
we
don't-
did.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Because 3. All right. The same
going to look.
Asian dude shows up in each one, but does he play a different character or does
Yes, he does.
Yeah, 'cause
yes, he does.
But I remember because I feel like I remember him getting killed in the 3rd one, but that was like his most gruesome death.
You're right. Yes,
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure we did because I'm pretty sure we were like, that's the best look of Victor Crowley we have.
Number 3.
Yeah.
And number 3 was the one where they finally they had to defeat him with his father, right?
His father's ashes.
Yeah, they brought Kane Hodder back, and Kane was like,
We did
"Ah."
Hatchet 2. Hatchet 3 is not up here.
Oh,
Huh.
we didn't. Maybe we just did the first. When did we do Hatchet 2? Does it say a date?
We did Hatchet 2. We did it a year ago.
Oh shit. Okay.
It doesn't tell me the exact date. Let me click on the.
Oh, it's all good.
It doesn't say. It just says a year ago.
All right, good to know. Huh. Well, maybe that's something for next year. We could always think about it. What was Marissa talking about into? It was horrible. It should have never went to theater. What are we
She's talking about you watching Jeepers Creepers 3.
Oh. Did 3 go to the theater?
I think so.
Yeah, it did. No. Reborn went to theaters. and
Reborn?
It was crap.
Reborn went to theaters?
Yes, and it was trash.
You know what's sad though is the Jeepers Creepers is it's such an awesome lore, but why was Reborn such trash, dude? It must have been budget. I'm going with because
His look was just horrible. They massacred.
they made him he didn't look as just as cool at all, and I feel like they did the one bad thing where number 2 shows him a lot, but even in the daytime when they show him, he's still shadowed out. Where this one shows him like legit, like, oh, here he is crawling in the dirt, like in the daytime. And you're like, nope, this feels cheap and cheesy.
Yeah.
I didn't finish it by any means. I'm just saying, like, I was intrigued with I thought the intro was good because they literally just kind of redid the first one, but with an older couple. And then it was like a docu-series that you end up like watching. And then once you get to the real movie, and I'm like, oh, this looks kind of bleh. So
we did Hatchet 2 on November 15th of 2021.
okay. No shit. All right. Marissa, I'm not gonna disagree with you. So far, from what I've seen, it's pretty bad. I don't even know if I got any kills yet, dude. But all right, boys, I think let's wrap this shit up.
Yes,
Bobby,
wrap it up. Yeah.
start us off.
This is your Killing Machine, Bobby Moon, saying we'll see you next week with Jason in Space, motherfuckers. It's Jason X. Have a good night and happy Halloween.
This is your host with the ghost, the prince of the paranormal, the duke of the dead, the dean of the deceased, the ghost daddy himself, Lord Scuba Cobra, saying, I'm going to kill your ass in space next week. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, this is your dark lord of knowledge, your Chad Daddy, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, saying, I am fucking exhausted. So join us next week for Jason X.
And I am your Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, saying thank you once again, Gorehounds, for joining us for another fantastic episode. Catch Jason X for next week if you haven't. I don't know why the fuck you haven't watched that movie yet, dude. It's fucking fantastic. Yeah, it's gonna be a cock riding time next week for sure. Woo! And yeah, it's spooky season, everybody. So get your pumpkins out if you haven't. Get all your decor. And yeah, get spooky. And well, last but not least, stay fresh, cheese bags.
Shunt that